right. Shalawam. This is GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live camp. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Microchip. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shalawam.
Shalom.
Hey, it's another day in this wicked kingdom Babylon. And definitely, through the spirit, one of those wicked 5 cities that surrounded Sodom and Gomorrah. Because this is one of those places that's just engulfed in wickedness. Any vice, any degeneracy you can think of is taking place right down on Bourbon Street down there, on Canal Street. So, hey, the Most High hates this wickedness. He hates this society. And, we hate the same. We hate it the same. We hate what the Lord hates. And the Most High, as we can see, is bringing judgment, to the entire planet. And he's bringing judgment to America as well for all the degeneracy that's being committed in this society. What, floods, earthquakes, firestorms, food shortages coming. We're on the verge of World War III and an economic collapse. The list can go on and on. This is YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, finally visiting this place for its wickedness. Because be not deceived, the Most High, even though the money says in God we trust, hey, so-called God is as far away from America as you can possibly imagine. This is the bedrock of wickedness on the entire planet right now. Wickedness just emanates from this place and, poisons the planet. So, hey, this place is about to be taken out, and we're just going to go into some precepts showing that the Most High is disgusted by this busted place every day. And, hey, we're in the same spirit.
I was going to say this, too. Okay. You might as well replace in God we trust with in Satan we trust. That's who they trust in, Satan. This whole system is operated and ran by, the spiritual demon Satan. America is nothing more than a playground of demons, goons, goblins, warlocks, and witches, man. Right? And these people under the what's the word?
The vibration.
The vibration of the same people, the ruling elites, man, who govern this place. It's no different. Everything is parallel to Satanism. Here, you start tapping into it. Everything is also what? Predicated on signs and symbols. All right? That's furthermore, you can look into different other books, Kodak Magica. This goes on and on. Everything is predicated on symbolism. It goes back to Satanism. All right? Everything, man. Go ahead.
God. Could you give me a real quick? We'll start it off with Psalms chapter 7, verse 11, and then we'll get your precept from there.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 11. It says, "The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day."
Point blank, period. The Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Not every other day, not just 1 hour of the day, not next week from now. He's angry with the wicked every single day, and especially America, which is biblically known as Babylon the Great. This is the place that has the majority of its people in captivity in it. The 2/3 of wicked too and going to get it, but his elect, the majority of his elect are here, going through it, having, car issues, family issues, health issues, all that, just constantly getting broken down and having to stay in this wickedness. And the Most High, we're at that point to where all judgment is about to break loose, and it's deservedly so, because every day in this place, the more we get closer to the end, just the more vexing it gets. Like, you can't even just go sit down at a restaurant and eat some food without looking at these people and just being disgusted by them. Like, I get sick of seeing how people eat their food. That's how just disgusted you get with these people out here. So how much more the Lord that can see the things that we don't see? He sees the thoughts of these wicked people, and he sees what they do in the dark, which at this point, they ain't even really doing it in the dark anymore. They're out here just, in their folly, entrenched in it. But yeah, at this point, these people aren't ashamed of their lasciviousness, their lewd acts and their degeneracy out here. especially, you know, when we're down here in the gulf of this madness of New Orleans, we see people walking around, you know, sodomites, whores, and all that. But even in our daily life, with the Jakes you work with, they talk about degenerate shit. You see Jake and these other heathens just walking around being degenerate. It's vexing on every level. Like what it say about Job, that he was vexed with the conversation. Oh, you got it? Get it.
It's 2 Peter chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness.
And those angels, you know, talking about the Israelites, were cast down in these chains of darkness right now, this flesh. And he spared us not because what? We sinned in the past. That's been one of the hallmarks of our nation, is following after these heathens' ways and their wickedness, and us falling for it. But what does it say in Isaiah chapter 1? The whole head is sick, and Jake just doesn't learn. The more the Most High chastises Jake, the more entrenched Jake gets in that wickedness. So it's at the point to where, you know, the majority of you niggas out here, and you spicks, and you tontos, just need that great reset that Klaus Schwab is talking about, and just get recycled in the kingdom. Perfect example right there.
It says, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
And that's talking about what the first death, what was the reason that the Most High flooded the earth? For the wickedness that it was engulfed in. And with this second death coming, which is going to be that death by fire, those nuclear missiles, this is actually the wickedness that's taking place now is exceeded the wickedness of the past on a whole other level. You got people out here that can literally get surgeries to, you know, transform, you know, GMO foods out here, the chemtrail, just all this madness on the internet. Like it's exceeded the bounds of wickedness in the past. So that's why the judgment that's about to take place is going to exceed the judgment of the first death.
It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
And hey, what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah? Same things that's going on now, that alphabet lifestyle. And it was so bad then that the Sodomites, what did they do? They wanted to get at the angels. They said, let us in that we may know him. And Job wanted to offer his daughter, so they wouldn't do that. It's like, no, we don't want the daughter. They were about to break down the door to get those angels. And on a long enough timeline in this society, you know, they would just be that bold with it. How women get, you know, taken out here, they'd start taking men. It's getting to the point to where, you know, being a so-called cis or straight male, that's going to be seen as the minority. That's going to be seen as the offense. That's going to be seen as the abnormality out here. Oh, you don't roll that way? You're a weirdo. You got to be in the closet to be straight if the society was allowed to last. But as it says in Matthew chapter 24, and except those days should be shortened for the elect's sake, no flesh would be saved, which we can clearly see. We are getting attacked on every single level, from health, physically, you know, mentally, spiritually. If it wasn't for the will of the Most High, you know, we'd be engulfed like the majority of these people out here.
Yeah, it says that in Isaiah 1 and 9. All right, except the Lord had left us a remnant, we'd be as Sodom.
Point blank, period. We might have to get that one. But yeah, some more. Yeah, I know there's a lot of meat there.
Yeah. And deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I told the brothers about it. You know, this Jake I got to deal with, you know, throughout the week on my job. Just every other sentence out of his mouth is just, you would think the degeneracy he says one day there's no way it could exceed the degeneracy he says the next day. But with these last couple of weeks, it's just gotten worse and worse. So it's just like, man, there's no hope for you. You need to be recycled.
Yeah. What's that, Isaiah?
God.
This Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. Except YAHAWAH, the Lord of hosts, had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
And what happened to everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah, save for Job and his 2 daughters? They were wiped off the face of the earth by that fire and brimstone. So, unless the Most High left that small remnant for us, or what? Except those days should be short for the elect's sake. No flesh would be saved. You know, the entire nation would just be engulfed in this madness, this alphabet lifestyle, and, you know, be judged like Sodom and Gomorrah was judged for it. back to that. Psalms chapter 7.
Yeah, this the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 7. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just and the souls of the just complain continually.
Reread the first part. We brought that one out in our weekly lesson, going into prophecy.
Yeah, I started at 5. This is,
There's a lot of meat in there.
yeah. God, yeah.
Start at verse 4.
I was about to say, yeah, that's crazy. This 2nd Ezra 15 and 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And hey, that's straight to the point. All you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you niggas, spicks, and tontos, you coons, you degenerates out here, hey, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, because the majority of our people are unfaithful out here. They have infidelity towards YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. They take pleasure in breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. They make a sport out of adultery. As you know, it goes into in 2 Peter's, they make a, roughly paraphrasing, they make a sport out of adultery. Jake has completely gone left. And I know it's one of the brother Kabar's, favorite precepts. The wickedness of Jake has exceeded the wickedness of Esau. Jake has become the face of wickedness out here on every level. Idolatry, whoredom, that alphabet lifestyle, gang banging, what is idolatry, what's the covetousness, Jake all about getting the bag, all that. Jake has exceeded Esau on all levels. So that's why you're going to be judged with Esau when America is finally touched by YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI.
Verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Hey, that covers every level. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we can see that, in other places of the world, they're going through the sword, Ukraine, the Gaza Strip over in the Holy Land, famines. They're talking about a rice shortage coming. And then some places, a lot of places in Africa right now are on that level to where, dozens of people, hundreds of people are dying a day. That's coming to America as well. Plague, death, and destruction. Martial law that's coming. The draft for World War III, which is coming, and ultimately those nuclear missiles that's going to, sweep away the refuse of wickedness here. And it's all completely justified.
Verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And actually, to back that up real quick, could somebody give me Jeremiah 51? 51, you can start at verse 7. You can read just Jeremiah 51, verse 7. But yeah, as I said, back in that 2nd Ezra 15.
Can you read it again?
Yeah, 15, verse 6, Baba Kashah.
Verse 6 again. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And like we were going into earlier, America is the bedrock of wickedness. All these different degenerate lifestyles, get pushed onto the rest of the planet from America through social media, her geopolitics. Look at what happened with Uganda. They didn't want to play ball with the alphabet people, so America threw sanctions on them. Whenever America goes into these other countries, they overthrow the government and set up puppets. And then Halliburton comes in, McDonald's comes in, they build casinos, the women become whores and prostitutes. All that's what happens when, America brings freedom and democracy and women's rights to your country. You turn into a cesspool like this country with a bunch of selfish, degenerate weirdos running around out here.
Verse 7.
But you got that.
Oh, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 7. It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
And that's not talking about, a bottle of illusion or some Merlot, some nice 2019, foxhorn or something. That's talking about, the philosophies that America pushes out here to get these nations drunk. And as it said, the nations have drunk of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. If you look at these different nations out here that have like really taken on to that American philosophy, they're messed up. Japan, for instance, they're at a demographic deficit because what? The men and the women don't want to deal with each other. They're hardcore into that capitalist work culture. They're through.
They got that herbivore movement.
The herbivore male.
Yeah, which is like America, they call it MGTOW, men going their own way.
Incel.
Yeah, incel activity. They destroyed the fabric between men and women, which you can't have a future if you don't have men and women procreating. That was the first commandment the Lord gave. Be fruitful and multiply. With this devil, he hates box, he hates women, he hates children, he hates life. So he's against family.
And what does he do? He puts yeah. He their best friend. That's what you get. The root of Sodom and Gomorrah over there. Oh, I didn't even notice the boots.
Yeah, I thought it was skinny jeans.
Yeah, I was looking at the skinny jeans. Get him on camera if you can. That's the spirit. That's what America brings. He brings you some kinky boots. But that's an example of the wine right there, getting the nations drunk and mad off of it. And then what? What's that ultimately leading to? These nations turning against America. That's why you're seeing the BRICS form, and a lot of people start to pull away from capitalism and these different ideas that America pushes. They're going back towards, their more, ancient ways, and that's ultimately going to lead to them making war against Babylon and shooting those 200 million nuclear missiles onto this place. But we can go back to 2nd Esdras.
Gone. 2nd Esdras 15:7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
And hey, we're seeing that YAHAWAH bahasham, YAHAWASHI is no longer holding his tongue. These women out here, it's like damn near every other day, you're seeing these American women, especially Eve out here, get judged, massive car pileups killing people getting kidnapped and killed, the economy collapsing and people losing their jobs and their homes. America is finally it's been getting touched, but that heat is really getting turned up by YAHAWAH bahasham, YAHAWASHI to bring that, that just all hell and pandemonium on the streets. Jacob's trouble. You got it, huh?
If I could say, all right, you got the prophets out, all right, which bring the Lord's word. You got a mouthpiece of the Lord. But the Lord is not just words, right? He don't just talk. There's action that follow the Lord's word. So everything you see going on in the earth, all right, is a result of the word being spoken, and action have to come behind that, all right?
And what are the prophets? What were the prophets always known to prophesy about? Did they prophesy about prosperity? Having a good time? Drinking a tall boy? No. As it said in, I believe it was 1 Samuel, when the prophet Samuel came into town, the first thing they asked him is, does thou bringeth good news or bad news?
Comest thou peacefully?
Comest thou peacefully? Which, you got that Jeremiah 28?
Yep. This is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Hey, the prophets that have been before me and have been of old prophesied both against many kings and countries and nations of great evils, wars, death, and destruction. And what have we been going into? The plague, the famine, the death, destruction, and the sword. So what would that mean? Hey, that with the way these other camps are looking out here, hey, the true prophets are at GMS, as well as the brothers that come in the spirit of GMS. And we're standing in that same lot, prophesying against this wicked world, especially America, especially 2/3 of our people that just don't want to get right and deserve everything that YAHAWAH bahasham, YAHAWASHI is about to bring to them. The unfaithful dying in their unfaithfulness.
Somebody has to be the real prophets. Because Jay could talk all day about false prophets, which the world is full of false prophets, but if there's false prophets, there have to be true prophets.
Exactly.
Who are they?
That's the balance. The balance. You can't. How do you know what you love if you don't know what you hate? How do you know what's good if you don't have an example of evil out here? How do you know who the true prophets are unless you have the false prophets out here?
If I could say, one of the main words in that scripture was against.
All right, it ain't say kind of with or kind of against. No, against them. All right, against those nations, and that's what the real prophets are going to be doing, prophesying against them in whatever offense that they're committing. All right, and not just batting the eye at certain things. No, everything that's wicked is getting called out, no matter who's doing it or what it is. It could be the most smallest thing. It's getting called out.
So I'm gonna say this because the majority is going with the bullshit.
That's right.
The majority of people out here, whether they're Jake or not, they all full of bullshit. They all full of the glitz and glamour. They all full of the dogma too, the rhetoric and how many people that give in to the propaganda? The majority. Even the elites know that. Even when you go into what's your guy named Rabbi Finkelstein, he told a guy on the radio station, good luck trying to convince the people. Like, we got the masses. Like he said, you just one of out of 7 million that just don't believe our shit. But we got everybody else though. All right. So it is what it is, man.
And to back you up, I think you watched that video from Richie from Boston, where he was saying, look, America, even he can see America's through, because he's saying, during the whole 2019, 2021 situation, he thought everybody was going to stand up and be like, oh, they're taking away our rights and doing all this. He said all the people he visited, all the, fellow YouTubers he thought would have had his back, everybody, tucked tail because they wanted to keep their channels. And he said he went to YouTube and looked at what was trending. And he said the majority of shit was trending, but current events weren't trending. What's actually going on in the world wasn't trending, but a bunch of effeminate Edomites playing video games, playing Fortnite, playing Call of Duty, and commenting on other YouTubers was trending. And he was like, here we're on the verge of World War III, economic collapse and martial law, but people are talking about a goddamn Call of Duty and Fortnite and what one of these asshole celebrities is doing out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever he had to say something about it.
Yeah. And you got people out here that, see the bullshit too. But the thing is, we know what the end game is. A lot of these people think, oh, if we just come out and exercise our rights, that we can take the Constitution back, that we can make America great again. But the only thing that's getting made great again is the nation of Israel. Everything else outside that is going to be turned to dust and ashes and smell of smoke. You got a point you want to
Yeah, that guy was a prime example of what we just said. No matter what he is, what are you doing about what's going on?
Exactly.
All he did was come by and clap his hands. Now what?
With the Night at the Roxbury shirt on.
He looked like a heathen, but still, you got heathens that's saying something. They're not doing the work. They're heathens, but they saying something. I'm
But
back in that.
we can actually end it there. I'm gonna just read that last part, then we'll jump back to that Psalm 7. But it said, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. What? Those that sigh and cry for the abominations being done therein, as it says in Ezekiel chapter 9. The innocent and the righteous blood is out here, crying unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. How long? Condemning this society. And it even says the souls of the just are complaining continually. You even got, the prophets that have passed away, and Israelites that were wicked on this side but are in the spirit world crying unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, for our sakes, asking how long. And they're in that spirit of Yahweh. They hate the wicked every day, as we hate the wicked every day. As YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is hating the wicked every day. You had a quick one, and I saw you had an article too.
This is St. James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
Point blank, period. Reread the first part, Akbaba Kashad.
James 4 and 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh?
The friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh. And I believe in 1 John somewhere it says, you might know where it is in like 1 John, where it talks.
If you love the world, love not the things that are in the world.
And the friendship with this world is enmity with YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Because again, this world promotes nothing but wickedness, everything clean contrary. This world promotes the downfall and the destruction of our people. It promotes our women to be whores. are men to be sodomites and thugs out here, but Jake thinks he's made it here. He thinks this is paradise in America. Jake will join the military and think, oh shit, I can get the college degree. I can, make a life for myself. No, this whole society is predicated against the laws, statutes, and commandments, which what? B sub B means it's against our power and it's against us.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna wait till this trolley go by. But this is a thing that's constantly going on with Jake going into what he's saying. Now, this is another reply to what the guy Rabbi Finkelstein said. He asked, he said, so what remember the guy on the thing asked, so what about the Negroes? He said, what about them? What about them? He said, so you don't think the things that you're talking about it doing is going to affect them? Like, he said, man, what about the so-called Negroes? He said, oh yeah, they can two-step, they can dance, they can make some good barbecue. All right, he said, what about them? All you got to do is give a nigga a contract, a singing contract, rap contract, really a fucking college degree, and you got him.
A white woman,
a
big booty Eve.
Yeah, you got him. That's how easy and simple a nigga is, man. Because it's a movie. One of you brothers said it before. I have it on my playlist. To where
they clone Tyrone.
No, it was Edomites sitting at the table. We said, you make them equal with us. He's like, no.
Yeah,
That's just the illusion.
Yeah, just pick one of them.
Yeah, he said, you pick what you do. You pick one from the hood. Yeah. You give him a college degree. You give him the same accolades as us. And guess what?
They all hate him instead of us.
Yeah. And we change the narrative because he becomes one of us. Yeah. He thinks like us. All right? But that's what the hell going on with you Jakes, man. The both of you niggas are fucking simple.
Right there.
You see this nigga, like that nigga there. You see this long-lipped nigga. It's nothing different to what the hell we talking about. Some of you niggas, you if you close your eyes, even when you watch some of these niggas, you close your eyes, all you think this is a white man talking. And you open your eyes, guess what? Voila, it's a goddamn nigga talking, man.
A shaved-faced nigga.
Yeah. Nigga face so smooth like a black leather wallet. That's you niggas, man. You become your oppressor. You think like him. You move like him. Everything is predicated on you being him. Even you fucking Latin tribes, cause you the worst, man. You dance the tune of the so-called white man. We got one at work. All he do when it's Jake outside the car, waiting to have the meet, he stays in the car until boss man pulls up. Boss man get out the car, he get out the car walking. He go shakes his hand first, man. You niggas is cool. And you sometimes we be around Edom, fucking like they be Edom be all about fucking over y'all, man. I know I'm supposed to give him $150 extra. Just give him $25.
He's not gonna ask. He's a hard worker.
Yeah,
Jorge's a hard worker.
That's what's crazy about Coons is that Esau hates traitors. So you being a traitor to your own people, he saw that he's still looking at you like this nigga sold out his own people, man. Yeah. It's a piece of nobody respects traitors, man.
And an ass kissing.
Yeah.
And one thing about the Edomites, I know personally, they know that y'all be ass kissing, man. And the thing about ass kissing and kissing ass, once you kiss a couple of asses, you gotta keep kissing asses. Them lips of yours become raw,
compromised,
and big. Cause that's a lot of ass kissing, man. So it's best to not never kiss ass. It's best to be your goddamn self. All right, motherfuckers gonna have to like it or love it with me. Fuck, I'm 35 now. I have become who I am. Take it or leave it, man. That goes for the nations too. Fuck them Edomites, man. You know?
And the more you grow in the truth,
there we go. Hey, there we go.
Perfect example right there. And they eat some chicken too.
And they eating some brothers. They came back to the hood. You know? prime example what we talking about, man. Nigga, you give a nigga a Macy's suit, all right, and a tie
On sale.
On sale. Nigga transform into an Edomite, man.
2 for $100.
Especially that fucking black woman, man. One thing I know about you black women, I'm talking about you sell out black women, all right? You fuck your way to the top, to the penthouse where the Edomites dwell at on the corner office. That's you.
To be a secretary.
Yeah. Anything, Mr. Jeff? You motherfuckers. Then when you know, Jake like me, I be watching them from afar. And all you see this all day, the black woman, bobblehead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch, you don't act like that, man.
Acting like Esau funny. Esau's not funny.
At all, man.
Tom.
And touching his shoulder
Yeah.
and all this shit.
Yeah.
Soon as you come up, I seen the personality of a bitch change, man. And I said, fuck it, man. You get in the line, you're in the line at the grocery store, blip, you just hit that number all day. Blip, you just hit that bitch all day. How's your day? But soon as you come,
How you doing?
it's like the scene when Final Destination come, the nigga about to get killed. You see all the bitch frowning up. You know, you see her, she get the evil out of them eyes turn red on the bitch, man. How you doing?
That Klingon look on her forehead, the forehead ball up and get all tight and shit.
Yeah. Hey, so man, hey, what the hell with you too, man? But you wonder why Jake going over there with the passport boys, man? You wonder why Jake? Yeah, man, fucking can't. Niggas got a goddamn passport. Sounded like, I heard a black woman out here talk shit. Sounded like Lex Luger and Macho Man Randy Savage mixed together. The bitch sounded like she just smoke cigarettes for a living. And mad because a nigga don't want to choose her. Fuck you, man.
Exactly.
They don't want to deal with that bullshit.
You see videos of Jake over here crying because his woman left Jake.
Yeah.
Jake shaking in the bathtub because his
Hey,
woman left.
remember that one video with the guy, the woman kicked him out?
And
He was at the window like this.
with his hand on the window and a tear came down.
And that tear got right here. You know that tear, it balls up? And it shakes a little bit, and that bitch goes, blue. He was doing that, man. See, look at him. He's not coming inside tonight. You're fucking crazy.
And then when you look at the passport bros, Jake over there in a hammock with some Eve feeding him a mango, and you just hear "a la coconuts" playing in the background, like Jake, some tropical music and shit.
Nigga tired of that shit, man. Meanwhile, you on the goddamn couch. All right? You on a goddamn couch, man. Shaking. The fuck, man? Everybody got time for that shit, man. I'd have been to cuss the bitch out, man. Fuck it. You can get your ass out of here. Press 10 stuff because you ain't got it all. You ain't cleared the pipes. All you got is a headache from some spicy macaronis, man. Ain't got a shit. Fuck all that, man.
Sleeping on the couch.
Go ahead, brother. This shit is bullshit, man. I'd have been nutted up on a motherfucker, man, and then wigged out. Go ahead, brother.
But that's the state of things out here. Jake is, this whole society is predicated on downplaying the man, especially the Israelite man, treating you like a second-class citizen, first fired, last hired, get disrespected all throughout society.
I'm gonna say something. Y'all brothers never notice what they do to a man in society? No, it don't matter what nationality the man is, but you notice when you watch every sitcom, every cartoon, and there's a man in the house, what they play the man as? He's a dummy. He's an idiot. Family Guy. Simpsons. Family Matters. Married Children. American Dad. What is American? Mm-hmm. American Dad. The list goes on and on and on. They make the man seem stupid here. And
oaf.
And he can't handle his business, man. Meanwhile, what's the Simpson woman? She's handling all the business. She's a smart one.
She has the answers.
Yeah, has all the answers and shit. That's by design. That's what you call predictive programming, man. You know?
They have the laugh track, like the man. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Then you have the laugh track, and the woman walks in with her hands on her hips, like, okay, honey, I'm gonna handle it like this. Just madness out here.
Hey,
madness.
Hey, and the Lord doesn't not come through, man.
Come on.
As you see,
some Romulans.
Got the Jada Pinkett going on.
Yeah, and if they look for the strong, bald-headed black woman,
Skull showing forth.
with that skullduggery showing, man.
Strong, independent black woman.
Yeah.
If I can say, brother, what's your boy name? Who played Debo from Friday?
Tiny Lister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that dude said they don't even want to give him no more roles because he's denying the effeminate roles. You know, he a big old black man.
Yeah, I never seen him in no effeminate, demasculated role.
You know they offered him like.
Yeah, that's what the Lord
He
sees.
turned it down.
You see exactly what we in the last couple of seconds. You seen what we were talking about, man.
You got that
This is what the so-called black man has become in this society. You are the poster child, the poster child for degeneracy, the poster child for homosexuality, man. When you talk about the big F word, the black man comes along. When you think about Atlanta, what happens in Atlanta? Hogism, Morehouse, all these black colleges take that, man. Them niggas in high heels out there. Tyler fucking Perry, man. This nigga that just passed by with them
Skin tight.
them Mega Man's fucking the Star Trek boots, man.
Mega system.
You know? With a fucking beanie on. And like I say, the black woman is upholding that shit, man. So that's somebody's baby daddy right there. All right? That nigga.
You got a precept?
Shit is crazy. No, I'm just.
Yeah, it's
all that
overwhelming.
shit, yeah. And then just in the last couple minutes, what we just seen. You know, y'all seen the nigga with the big bags? The big bags and I walking the woman, he just.
Like a ventriloquist.
Yeah. They controlling shit, man. All right, the black man here is soft. He don't run his household. He don't speak up for a goddamn thing. Naturally, most men here in the society are in New Orleans are fucking simps, man.
That's right.
It don't matter what nation or the woman they with, they're fucking simps.
Hey, man, that's the spirit doc. I was watching one video the other day, and this was back in like the 1800s. Some French Edomite came to America.
Shit. That's a new electric. You got quiet in?
You had some French Edomite come to America. He was like a diplomat or something. And what he said when he came back to France, it was a famous quote. He's like, the one thing I've noticed about America is that the women, you know, run the house. Like the men really don't do anything. The women are kind of the head of the house. And this was back in the 1800s, where Esau had some kind of, you know, structure to keep women in place.
They were hard about it back then. Back then, they'd slap the dog shit out of a motherfucking woman, get out of line, right? That's why I told you go look up. It was a policy here in America called the rule of thumb. That's that term. You ever heard that term, rule of thumb? Why they make the term rule of thumb? That term was predicated on the man having the right to slap the shit out of his woman if he wanted to. And when the police come out, they would do this. They would put a thumb against her eye, against her fucking hickey, and if it don't surpass that, hey, all right, go on. You gotta go listen to your man and drive the fuck off, man. Go look that up. You wanna look it up, brother? Rule of thumb. The man got the. I'm talking about. What'd you say?
Sean Connery spirit.
Yeah, you get to slap the dog shit out of her ass, man. And I'm not saying that, you know.
Yeah, we're not saying, you know, go out
and
when
do that.
When you get home today, just take off your belt.
I'm talking about an old term back then. Right, when men was men. When men had them white beaters on and let them taco hairs blow in the wind. You know what I'm talking about? Them herringbone chains. And Jake was in that raw James Evans spirit, man.
And women really like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of women, you know, just, you know, because, you know, they're emotional, so they go with their emotions, and, you know, to toe the line, women like to fit in, so they say they're feminists, but look at the men they actually deal with. You know, men that are, you know, hard body and treat them like they don't care about them. They treat them like they're just a toy, pretty much. In that, you know, that masculine spirit, so to speak.
Yeah, I'd have been working. We do some manly ass goddamn work, man. All right. I didn't caught a couple of women in the car looking, stargazing. You see you out there dirty, right? You doing some manly shit, picking up on some shit. And it look like you seen I'm telling you, like we seen Go Jason waterfall in the car. The whole car just filled up with water.
All right. Talking about the old school.
Yeah.
Man, he had the white beater and the gold chain on.
Yeah. Yeah. None of you niggas are nothing but bocce boys, man. You soft.
Oh, that's a spirit doc. That's a man right there. He looked like a woman from the back, but that's a whole man.
Hey, you know, when you go to the store after work, you got that dirt mixed with sweat on you, and them pheromones. Them women, that's really something that they like, man.
Yeah.
You know, a woman that came up to me and like, I want to smell you. I want to smell you. Yeah.
Hey, when
I'm dirty, I got mud all over me. They want to smell that, brother.
Hey, that's a true statement because when I was doing a job where I was outside doing manual labor, I had some dirty paint. I looked dirty. And the Eve at the cashier is just like, oh, you look like you've been working hard today.
Yeah, and see, you don't get that no more, man. You got these soft ass niggas out here. All right, you niggas ain't never had
with trembling lips.
With trembling lips, okay? All right, and light asses, man. You niggas ain't never done no hard motherfucking work, man. You gotta get up on the car, get your fingernails. Niggas' fingernails ain't never been dirty, man.
This shit never looked like this.
Yeah.
All beat up and ripped up and shit.
Cut up and shit, man. Where them days at? When men was men. Right? When I was coming up, even the Edomite men, so-called the white man, even them, they would work on cars, do manly shit, man. All right? Get your knuckles bust up. Now niggas too pretty. All niggas want to do is sit there with the glizzy hanging out the pocket. What's this shit? What fucking water project this? I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out for the fucking longest of you niggas, man. What the fuck is this? Nigga on a picture from Michigan State. He on a picture like this. What the fuck is that?
That's
you know? But anyway, you don't have that. You fucking men in society, you can't even change a goddamn car tire. I done seen niggas. Woman in the car, she's like, oh, Lord, this nigga head is stupid. You on the phone, AAA? Yeah. How long? 2 hours. Okay, I'll wait. A man gonna get out of that bitch.
Get something straightening about something.
Cursing while he doing stupid bitch, fucking bitch.
I done seen niggas look at a hammer like a phone out, like the Most High done brought that bitch down here.
Like tape measure.
What the fuck is this? A ratchet? Like, nigga don't know what this is, man. You fucking men out here ain't nothing but a piece of shit, man. And you deserve fucking death, man.
Right.
You niggas ain't, you women. You little boys here, man. Nigga soft, brother.
If somebody get me real quick.
And I'm gonna say this one more fucking thing, man. And when you do walk around, you got your shit on, you rugged, raw. I'm talking about these so-called men inside, they look at you like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Alien.
Yeah, I see you're holding some. Everybody kind of holding some. You can get real quick, give me Jeremiah 51, verse 33. And we're bringing this precept out, just to back up this point, because we are going into a world war. And when they talk about the draft, we got drone technology and all this fancy stuff, but at the end of the day, it's men that's on the battlefield that, have to fight. Look over in Ukraine with Russia. They talking about it's World War I conditions over there. They in the mud, they in the ditches, people getting grounded up by tank treads, all that. But over here in Babylon, hey, the majority of men out here, don't want to fight. And now that they talking about, a draft coming back, they're having the TikTok I don't want to go challenge or whatever. You got a bunch of effeminate men saying, doing the little finger thing, having a soft ass voice, talking about, I'd rather go to jail than go fight. And that's just going back into what the elder brother's talking about. The generation of men in Babylon now is shit water. They highly effeminate, they highly suspect, and they got some tight ankles.
Yeah.
God.
Let's look at Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 33. For thus saith
No. Which one was it? I was right. It's in that 30, 51 and 30 Bible.
Jeremiah 51 and 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight.
That's it, right there.
The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. And there really ain't no mighty men in Babylon like that anymore. Hey, the majority of men in Babylon.
Yeah, but niggas in Babylon in the hellfire right now.
And he walking.
Like he ready to do that, man. Ready to bust out the Congo some fucking well, man.
Like he's, I'll leave that.
Blue Walmart shoes. That's all it is.
Look at how he
The men in
walking.
Babylon, yeah.
He walking like
It's
Gumby.
like he walking, twerking at the same time.
He hitting that June bug.
Yeah. Niggas is crazy. Hey, man. You men out there, well, you so-called men, man. You gonna learn. You gonna fight or die. That's what's gonna happen.
And there's an example across the street of a weak man. Instead of coming up and taking a picture, asking to take a picture, you gotta hide across the street, not
pretending you're on the phone.
yeah, pretending not having any testosterone or masculinity or respect. You gotta hide and take the picture and be a boy about it. Shalawam, it's a bunch of weak fucking passive aggressive faggots out here. I'm gonna just say it. You deal with people in the world, like that's one thing about the truth is like you're gonna have to deal straight up with brothers, and like if something goes off, you're gonna get rebuked for it. But in the world, when you're dealing with people, you can't come straight up with another man, because when they get emotional, you say something, for the rest of the day they'll be fucking passive aggressive about it, and you just want to kick them in their fat stomach and rupture a spleen. But that's neither here nor there.
I got that word effeminate.
Kind.
Yeah, then you taking a picture. You ain't nothing but a crack here. You gonna bring it back to the goddamn trap house.
Now you're hiding in the corner.
Yeah,
What's he
what you doing, man?
disappearing in the corner like Freddy Krueger?
I think they're agents, though. I do. I think
A lot of them probably are.
They send the page. They see Hebrew Israelites, they paid to report on us.
And he's on the phone, man. They're calling me a sissy. They're saying I'm suspect.
Yeah, you is suspect, man. All right? You is suspect.
Wait, is that a nuts? Is that a Eve or is that a man?
Yeah. Shit you do, we find suspicious. All right?
See,
Very suspicious, man.
hey, the
This guy.
women that left their natural estate.
Look at this guy.
Damn.
Yeah. God Brooks.
That's that's your boy from Napoleon Dynamite.
Cabin full of pistols.
Yeah, if you got a plaid shirt that's tucked into your shirt, you up to no good.
Like Dale Gribble.
Dale Grimm.
Yeah.
That's
He
real.
was there when they made the Colt 45.
He is cold.
Ain't the 45.
Yeah.
We got that word.
Okay, get that word effeminate, then we come back to it. Bible show.
It's effeminate in the online etymology. It says womanish, voluptuous, tender. These niggas they tender.
And the majority of these men out here today are tender.
Yeah.
They're very tender, soft and delicate, with clean fingernails.
What tender mean? Easy to break.
Mm-hmm. They're supple
Yeah, niggas,
and they're wet.
yeah, like wet noodles. That's what most of the men here in society, they like wet ramen noodles, man. Right?
You see
You
it?
niggas don't like nothing hard and rugged, man. Right?
It's tender. In the same thing, online etymology. Soft, easily injured,
That's you niggas, man.
And
delicate.
bruise easily.
I seen the nigga go home because he got a splitter in his shit, man. All right?
Weak.
Yeah, niggas weak.
Yeah, that's it.
You see,
Where them retina days at, brother? Them retina white boys, them boys was hard, man.
there ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah.
Shit, they
Born to be wild. That motherfucker days, man.
yeah, they old and busted down like these jakes.
Sweet home Alabama days. And what the Lord had to do that too. Weak, because you Edomites, y'all weak too. Y'all ain't them same old hell rains in there, Edomites, but the Lord broke you down too. You know?
To make you right, make everybody in Babylon right for the taking when that judgment comes. You're fat, stupid, you're slow, you're tender.
Yeah, and when, you know, when our grandfathers and uncles were about and our dads was coming along, them niggas was hell ready. They wasn't going for a lot of that shit he was coming with, man. Right now, you niggas is going in reverse. You niggas going in reverse with this shit, man. What are you doing?
Where did he get that dog? He didn't have a dog. I don't know. That man materialized, pulled that dog out of that bag. I swear, when he was taking that picture, that dog was nowhere around. He went into that little corner, and now you got a dog.
Come on, man.
Yeah, some more.
That's it.
But we'll get back to that Jeremiah.
It's the book of Jeremiah 51.
We read the top again.
51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight.
They become tender, soft, and delicate. Again, like that TikTok thing where a bunch of men with a soft ass voice is talking about, I'd rather go to jail before I get drafted. Well, hey, some hard body shit happens in jail, and also they have something called penal battalions where they take men out of prison and you get sent, to clear minefields. They send you on the death missions first.
Yeah.
Like all that shit is coming back.
You get the chance to run in them leaning shoes across a minefield, man. And we know what's gonna happen across that minefield. Boom! You gonna run into something. All right? Same thing they did you Jakes in the time of Vietnam. A lot of you that was all in these hoods, they took you from out of there and put you on the front lines, man.
Where the hardest fighting was.
And then a lot of you niggas, this is coming out of the mouth of family members and dudes that went over there. A lot of you went over there on your first tour of Vietnam, seen how it was, and he saw offering you niggas dope, drugs, man. You went over there and got all drugged up and went back back again, man. If you made it out,
because you could because that was in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia were known as the Golden Triangle, which was the top drug trade back during that time in the 60s, and that's what funded a lot of CIA black operations. So say however much heroin cost, say it was $100 for like a gram of heroin back then, you could get it for 20 cents over in Vietnam. So of course those soldiers got heavily hooked on that shit.
Right.
And a lot of them didn't even want to come back. They just disappeared into the jungle.
Yeah, and then see, it was a war over poppy seeds. All right, and you watch American Gangster and a lot of other documentaries. The CIA in America was bringing dope back, all in the coffins of dead soldiers.
Yeah.
All right, all on them fucking planes and boats. All right, right along with a bunch of agents that were doing their thing, flooding the streets of America. And you brothers think I'm lying? Go look at videos of in 1940, give or take. Look at everything before 1984, and then go watch videos of Harlem, different places, New Orleans before 1984. Niggas was vibrant. Niggas wore their pants up. Women with dresses, did their hair every day. Come outside, makeup. As soon as 1984 hit, because I remember a time when the biggest drug was what? I think the biggest drug was that weed. It's Sky on. I seen cops back then. Sky on pot. He's on pot. What the fuck? He talking about weed? And it was one more drug. No. It was. I think it was probably
opium or some shit.
It was. I don't know if it was coke. Well, no, it was because of coke and all that shit came around the same time. It was one particular drug. It was just weed and that shit. But anyway, as soon as 1984 hit, going into 1987, go look at Jake like that. You see him? And guess what? Our moms and them come from that era, man. All right, they come from that era when that shit first hit the streets. But where it originally come from? Esau going into them wars over there, invading them people's shit and bringing it back over here to flood the streets.
They had the Vietnam was dealing with the Golden Triangle. You had something called the Iran-Contra scandal.
Contra,
Where I believe it was the Reagan administration and that dude Oliver North. They were selling money. They were getting, you know, dope and heroin from. Was it the Sandinistas? The Contra. It was one of those rebel groups. They would get the money from the dope to, you know, buy weapons to, you know, send to Iran to, you know, foment a revolution there. And then what now with the war in Afghanistan? That opium, that, you know, all that cheap opium and fentanyl is flooding over here from the war in Afghanistan to get you people doped up out here so you won't stand up to anything.
Right, and see, with that Contra, which you get the word contraband from, and which this guy, not the fat nigga from Miami, but the Rick Ross guy, the real Rick Ross, tell you that he down there was selling drugs with Ronald Reagan in them, man.
Pablo Escobar was in there.
Yeah,
too.
all them guys was set up, and that guy was set up by the CIA. All right, you ever watch that Snowfall shit? Anybody watch Snowfall? Snowfall is about the real Rick Ross. The real Rick Ross, not the fat motherfucker that took his name, but Freeway Rick Ross. That guy, Franklin, is Rick Ross. And it talks about what really happened. All right, that's the history, little backstory on this shit, man. But they was flooding the streets with this shit, right? Getting it. Same thing with what they were doing with the guns. All these tunnels. Where the fuck the Mexicans get the machinery?
They got submarines.
Yeah,
Cartels got submarines.
This is talking about America. These motherfuckers, you can't do really nothing without them knowing. You tell me they get the drill tunnels feet down in the ground from Mexico into America in Brownsville or
Kentucky or some shit.
Or what they call that shit?
Texas, Arizona.
Yeah, all the way into Texas, some goddamn one without them knowing. They know this shit, man. They know this shit, and they do it. Even Rabbi Finkelstein said that even your top drug dealers, we build them up for a while until we get tired of them, and then we chop them down. We make a new guy. All right, all this shit. When you start finding out, and then a guy like I say, Houston Mullins, Joy Max, but them some good guys to go into on what's really going on and what really happened. All right, you look at the Mexican cartel. That shit ain't nothing but that was shit set up by the elites, man. To kill the middleman. Because you started having a lot of middlemen that did what? Started their own little drug shit, and they used the cartel to kill off the middlemen between them and the cartels and shit. But the hell control. These devils, they do it all, man. They set up both sides of everything. So there's no such and just like us. You got the real prophets, and then you got the guys that's out here faking the funk and seeming that they're prophets. It look like they sound somewhat like the prophet, but they're not the real thing, man. You know, like this brother. Remember, this brother I tell you like years ago. I told him, I said, man, you as a man have to go along and find out, put everybody on the table, and skim through, look at everything. You know, even us. You know, and then you'll find out which one is telling the truth. He did that. Yeah, go ahead,
Hey, just every example you look at, there's something called controlled opposition. Mm-hmm. Esau is funding both sides of the conflict. Another more recent example is what ISIS. ISIS was, they said this was a Islamic movement that took over Syria when it was all a bunch of mercenaries set up by the U.S., NATO, and the state of Israel to what? Take over land in Syria, overthrow Bashar al-Assad so they could control the oil trade over there.
Yeah, even with that guy
Gaddafi.
The U.S. wanted to build a pipeline through Qatar, and Gaddafi told him, hell no, man, you couldn't do that. What happened a month later? They was beating the shit out of him, putting him out there, and putting the pistol to his head, blowing his brains out, man. Why a month ago he was doing this to Obama? He was shaking Obama's hand. All right, that's how dirty these devils don't play fair, man. And then like this brother get into them motherfuckers, ISIS and all that shit, jihadi judge, all that shit was set up in a Warner Brothers studio.
It's a Marvel movie, pretty much.
And then they got other guys citizens that was over there. They was showing the U.S. airdropping guns and all that shit out of crates. You know, they dropped the crates on care packages on Call of Duty. They was doing that shit, ripping them open. You got the tear gas say "Made in America." You got the grenades.
Spent ordnance.
Yeah.
Spent mortar shells had, you know, the serial number, the American, all that on it.
Yeah, even when you look at how they got out of Iran and Iraq and left those planes, left all the Humvees and shit over there. Now who has it?
Taliban.
The Taliban and all these other people. That was by design, man. Even this Hezbollah shit. This is every time there's a new election, there's a new boogeyman.
Hey, just to back you up, the Taliban look like a professional army now, but who are they having issues with now? They talking about attacking Iran. They talking about, you know, being a problem with China, and who happens to be enemies with both of those countries? America.
Yeah, and they saying that Hezbollah shit, they over here in America now. It's going to attack us.
Yeah, Hamas.
And like I say, according to what these devils finna do, we always said, man, they're going to make 9/11 look like a day at Chuck E. Cheese, man. Right? You don't know what these devils finna do, but they going to do something.
Yeah,
Guaranteed. They
Micah
put, and what happened in movies, like the movies like Batman, Joker, even like video games, like when you play the missions of like Call of Duty and shit, they put in there what they finna do in America. The last Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, they put in there that New Orleans and Chicago is gonna get hit by some type of pocket nuke, man. Right, they were gonna go into the airport with trained gunmen and just mow people down with light machine guns, man. That's what these devils predict. That's a part of black magic. You know?
The original Modern Warfare, that no Russian mission, it said only speak in English, so it can make it look like we're from another country, so we can set up a false flag and you know, create a war.
Yeah.
And then, man, them Call of Duty games, when you really pay attention to the plot, like Black Ops 2, I remember I was playing it and they were talking about, we got to stop the Chinese because they're trying to get rare earth minerals from Afghanistan, which is what the U.S. is doing over in Afghanistan, to get those rare earth minerals for the drones, the tanks, the F-35s.
There's one mission on battlefield, one of those battlefields. You do some shit, you get there, and by the time nightfall comes, you wake up in the morning, the sign says Iran, Tehran, and Iran. And then guess what? They're waging war on them, man. And so that's the two big, one of the main characters of this thing, are the scriptures. Iran. You go your ass in Iran and it's gonna be on, man. But you've been pussyfooting, E. Yeah. You've been pussyfooting and going in Iran. You know what's gonna happen when you go in Iran. Right along with you 1948ers, man. Just go ahead and attack Iran so all hell can fucking break loose, man. You know? We get the hell up on out of here, man. Like I said, we pushing towards the eve of destruction. Who knows what the Apostle Paul is gonna name that?
And all these
tired Edomite boxers, man.
a professional jerk-off artist.
Yeah.
But the majority of these dildo heads out here don't have a clue about that hammer that is about to drop. And when it comes, it's gonna blow your brains all over the street. But you got that microchip to
Yeah, like I said, you black women, you don't know what the fuck about to come, man. A tidal wave finna come so big that it's gonna make your hair catch on fire. You know, it's gonna be blown away to what it's finna get down, and how it's gonna get down over here in these streets, man. Yeah. It's gonna get nasty over here in these streets, man. And watch how you fucking women, all right, that's you know, not in line with your YAHAWASHI. Watch how y'all get in line. You want to try to get in line real quick when shit get the flying out here. You know, the 223 rounds, the 5.56, 308s, all right, 7.62s get the flying out here. The 9mm, all right. Remember your boy on the Purge, the last Purge with the Mexicans? Oh, the sound of the metal.
The Glock. That's a Glock.
Yeah. When the Glocks and the blickies and all this shit get the really blicking, man. He start bringing up bringing that 6'5" Cremoors out, and you gonna see some real shit go down, man. You gonna think you was in a live action movie. Remember, one of y'all said it, y'all finally got to go see that movie Heat, and that scene, man. That scene. That's how it's gonna be out here.
With them loud gunshots. Them loud gunshots. That loud automatic fire.
Baptist teaching ass up the street, man. Just keep going, nigga. Any nigga that wears a suit this time of day look like just keep on going, man. You niggas is not gonna get it.
Just go enjoy Bourbon Street.
Just go enjoy your fucking day, man. Because what we're talking about, you're not gonna survive 3 minutes of this. What we're talking about, man.
And hey, just to show you what it's at, you posted that clip in the Senate House. One senator got squared up. He's like, "You were talking all that shit. Let's handle business right now." The one Edomite was like, "Stand up." He's like, and he stood up, and Bernie Sanders like, come on. This is a house of, this is the law. But hey, these senators are ready to lay fist on each other. So how much more these citizens on the streets?
Yeah, everybody ready to cut loose, man. Wouldn't say break bad with each other, man.
Get that second Esdras 15. Because what we about to get into, and this precept comes out all the time.
Fucking drilling pumping.
God.
That shit gets a drilling pumping. Make you just wanna go to Home Depot and go get you one of them Louisville sluggers and drill
nails in.
Nails through them bitches.
Wrap that barbed wire around.
Yeah.
Because it's about to get, as the elder brother always goes into, that Conan spirit is
come
coming out here. Like there are only so many bullets that's gonna be shot before it gets to hand combat.
Yeah. You women down here, you've been paying the price, but niggas been in that real cold Conan spirit. Not even giving a damn about the woman. You get the business, the same business a nigga was getting, you getting that double that, man. With tax. All right?
Man.
Yeah.
I've been going to, the Jerk House. They've been having a poster in there for like the last month saying, "Oh, have you seen this Eve? She's been missing." I've been seeing more and more of them posters pop up at these different places, a missing so-called black woman. And one of the spots on my job, they have a plaque on the wall saying, "This is Shaniqua."
I've been seeing niggas too. I've been seeing niggas too. I think all the niggas are missing, and then they gone to the YAHAWAH's house. Tell you the truth. A lot of you niggas over at the YAHAWAH's house spending the night.
Laying on your back like a
every nigga on the milk carton ain't missing, man. Some of you niggas is gone over there. Go ahead, brother.
Giving out autographs without a pen.
Come on. Come on. Go ahead, brother.
But I saw a plaque at one of the places I stopped to on my job saying, "This is a nigga woman number 2, whatever her name was." She got a plaque. She didn't even work at the job yet. It said she was I thought this was a woman that had been working at the job, but it said, "Oh, she was about to work here, but then she got tragically killed in some incident." That's going to be the story of a lot of you Jakes, men and women included, leading up to Jacob's trouble. A bunch of missing, have you seen me posters, and then it's just going to get to the point where you're going to see these people ain't missing because they can get laid down in the street, laid down even with the ground, as it says in Luke chapter 19.
Real cold-blooded.
I got a second Esdras. We'll get that second Esdras now.
Second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
And woe means destruction. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Destruction to this world, this age, and the people that dwell in it. Because as we were going into at the beginning of the lesson, it let all the unfaithful die in their unfaithfulness. And the Most High is no longer holding his tongue concerning their wickedness.
For this,
you want to see everybody get the last 3 Dragon Balls, man.
Come on. Krillin.
Ash Ketchum.
Come on, man.
I want to be the very best.
Verse
crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
That's at Isaiah 13 right there. Those that are found amongst them You know, they shall have their children dashed to pieces. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to the second entrance 15. That might have been a Hamite throw.
You got a Nipsey Hussle jacket, man. Man, let that nigga Nipsey rest, brother.
And Malcolm X at the same time.
Come on, man. Rude.
And one people shall stand up to fight against one another.
Hey, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. And that one people goes into a whole host of things. One race of people against another, nation against nation, class against class warfare, conservatives against liberals, you know, sissy against straight. In this case in America, so-called straight. You know, religious against non-religious, man against woman. It's going to be pretty much at this point, if you ain't in the truth, you a sodomite. That's what it's getting to.
That's it.
A lot of you niggas bi-curious,
Trisexual.
pansexual. You niggas all liquid out. What that nigga Quincy Jones say? He liquid or some shit, right? Gender fluid, right? You got Will Smith that came out said he fine as nigga been doing it. He came out.
Who your boy? What?
Yeah.
What? No, the other one.
Yeah, Will Smith. Everybody been doing that, man. Jada
Wayne Brady.
Jada Pinkett said she put that goddamn plastic on and go to town on Will Smith, man.
Some new information just came out, but Will Smith, you know, tapping some other dude.
Wayne Martin was tapping him.
Oh, he was tapping. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Going to town on killing him.
And they showed another clip. It was during the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air days where Will Smith was with Carlton, and he in the clip he grabbed Carlton. And Carlton like, man, what the fuck you doing? Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's when I lost my character on that. You know, it wouldn't have been you slapping somebody. I'd have slapped the shit out you, man. In the middle, cut. We had to cut on that one. Fuck y'all, that man. Hey, hey man, it's wild here. It's wild here in Babylon, man.
it's where the wild things are.
Literally.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
No, you all right, man?
I see what y'all got your Bibles though.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I took mine.
All right.
You too.
Big ass Tylenol PMs on his feet. Get your ass up.
Smelling like Reggie.
Feeling like Reggie. Fucking talking about he keep the Bible on. Go out here.
I keep it on.
You keep a coloring book on.
Looking like Bun B, the rapper Bun B Stunt Devil. Fuck out of here, man. Nigga don't even. Boy, I tell you, bro. Jake,
You can tell he came up in a clown.
Yeah, clown,
You
yeah.
can read a spirit. He came in a clown spirit.
Jake crazy, man. Then now Jake just gonna take pictures, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jake, men, bro.
Jake crazy, bro.
Shit, just enjoy your night with your woman.
Watch it get cut up.
Hey, man,
You know,
you doing YouTube or something like that? My fault. I ain't even trying to interrupt. But just a positive note, just to say, bro, I ain't even trying to get in your live feed like that. But they portray us to be everything but what we see, what I'm seeing right now. Y'all standing on the corner, and I ain't never seen nothing in social media or anything like this. Black man holding the Bible, giving Bible.
right.
It made me turn around and just say, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
All right. Yeah, thank you, man.
Ain't no problem.
All right.
Y'all have a good one.
Oh, you too, man. Huh?
It's an underground camera.
Yeah, Jake. Go ahead, brother.
As I said, one people shall stand up and fight against another. You know, every level of Babylon, you know, at each other's throats. You got that Isaiah 19?
Yep.
Bring it out real quick, Baba Kashah.
This is Isaiah 19:2. It says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom."
Hey, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Hey, every neighborhood, every city, every block of Babylon being a firestorm out here, people going at it. Because those Egyptians are talking about those modern day spiritual Egyptians, these Edomites, these so-called white people, these so-called white Americans, and you Jakes and you heathens that come in that Egyptian American spirit. Everybody's about to be at each other's throats.
It was funny. The guy that owns our company, his son has an Egyptian tattoo in the back of his neck. You know, for some reason he just in that Egyptian spirit for real. You know,
I see that a lot. That
Unk and that
eye
Horus and shit. You know, but you people, y'all are all the different kingdoms before America wrapped up in one. You know, like earlier this week, I seen a Edomite chick with this name them leaves that the Romans put on their head.
I know what you're talking about.
You know the Romans.
They had that wreath made of leaves around their head.
You know, they used to run around with the Roman togas and they had the leaves on their head. You know, she had that tattoo on her head coming down to the front of her face, man.
And you see a lot of these women out here with tattoos of like different symbols and snakes and stuff like that. Because, you know, as the elder brother goes, a lot of these women out here are witches. A lot of these people out here, you know, dabble in that lifestyle.
Yeah, especially the black women. The black women that got into that lifestyle of being a witch, right? A lot of the Edomite women here, especially here in New Orleans, there's a bunch of witches here, right? That's why I like to tell you, bro, you gotta pay attention.
They call it black girl, man.
Nah, that be on some bullshit going. That song they made.
Some black positivity for the black woman out here.
Yeah.
She's strong and independent and can take care of a single parent household.
But most of these women, all right, especially down here in New Orleans, that voodoo shit, they be into that shit. You go to a broad house you just met, most of them, like I said, you had the chance to really just chill and go there. A lot of them got them crystals at the house. They got candles. They got incense. They got different deities. They got shrines, man. You got shrines. You go to the broad house. Where your bathroom at? You go down the wrong hallway, open the door. Oh damn! All right, it's some shit in there like this. And I mean the legs are like this, and the arms are coming over. And there's candles and shit. Fruits. You know the shit ain't bit the shit. She bit the goddamn fruit, man. All right, got change and water for them. I'm serious. Yeah,
some wild Irish rose.
Yeah. Then they got the goddamn the thing where you could tell she was in there crushing and putting some potion together. All right, and like I say, my people, some of the women, they into that shit, man. Mixing potions on your ass. Make a nigga fall in love with me.
Don't eat the spaghetti, Jay.
Take a funny colored bath water.
Yeah, that's funny. And that shit true. Hey, I'm gonna say it, man. My mama, I don't know, she was into that shit, man. Conjuring up potions and shit. Oh, the money potion and shit. Niggas still ain't got no money though, man.
That might be some witch.
All right, make you fall in love with him and shit, man. And Jake wondering why he got a. I made you some chicken Alfredo. You made a nigga a bath and everything. He in there taking a bath. I'm gonna get some pussy. I'm gonna get some pussy. But the whole while, the nigga, they put a spell on your ass.
Jake.
Yeah.
Like that's the best.
You wonder why you was shooting ropes. All right. You know? You wonder why you was just
painting the wall.
Yeah, you painting the walls, man. You like what's the shit with the puppets? Crane Gangers. Like that one when he just spray off. Oh, he just coming off the ground, man. The nigga body off the ground.
You sounded like Pee Wee.
You know? Meanwhile, these women out here will do that shit to you, man. Right? Both of these women, they witches, man. Give me Isaiah 47 real fast. These women, they witches. All right, the men, they into different shit, man. The white women, the different nations, they into that lifestyle because over here it gives them power. And I told you, oh boy's son, and y'all with it today, that boy said, oh, that motherfucker there looks like a reptilian. I looked at him and said, man, this guy, throw it off, man.
So, looking at that tattoo, that's a sacrificial voodoo knife tattooed on. Mm-hmm. Next time you be around,
that's what I called him.
Go look at that.
Then the day he had all type of cuts on it.
Yeah.
You could tell he took a little razor and nicked himself. But that's what they do though, man. You know, most of the places we go, man, this brother go to, we together sometime. You know, with the especially these women. I mean, you know, you see be some eating my, they be fine young chicks, but these bitches got dream catchers all in the window, crystals and shit. And it's like these motherfuckers like 25, 23. They be on this shit. They don't talk about the old motherfuckers. They be into this shit, man.
Hey, I dealt with a woman in the past who had she had the little shrine, and she told me that her friends had wanted her to join their witch coven. And I looked at her friend. Her friend had her hair was green, and it was in like little snake twists. And when I was staying over there once, I had a dream. I had a dream about her friend coming out of a skinny pyramid house with the black witch gear and the hat on. Like, it's just real out here.
I want to be sleeping over there. You had to sleep with the blow on you, man.
In your hand.
Real, in your hand. One eyelid open, man.
They like to say, you know, they talking to their ancestors and shit. That's just a code for witchcraft.
That's what the shrine is. The shrine to the ancestors.
My ancestors said that, no, we ain't
Snakes
gonna
and
do that.
shit, man. Woman, God, what the fuck you doing with snakes? All these goddamn cats in the house, man. And that goddamn one aggravating ass dog. We ain't finna do that. You know? This is what's going on with the book. You got it in Isaiah?
Which one? Which version?
47. You can start about around 8.
This is the one that's the stand down with the astrologer. I got you.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Yeah, and that's what the bulk of this is going into America, man. Because the bulk of how America was established on witchcraft. The so-called founding forefathers were heavily into witchcraft. Go look, just go put in masonry and put in George Washington. You gonna see some shit, man. Right along with the guy it was a black guy. His name escapes me. The guy who orchestrated the landscape of Washington D.C. It was a Jake. But what happens when you look at the landscape of Washington D.C.? You have the eye. You got the owl of Molech.
Benjamin Banneker.
Is it Benjamin Banneker?
That's his name. He also invented the almanac.
Yeah. It was a so-called Moor too. Right? But it always everything, all the streets, how it was paid, all goes back to the pentagram.
It's called geomancy. Geographical magic, like how things are set up. It's set on ley lines and brings and channels energy.
Yeah, and most of the like get a picture of that building. Most of these big buildings, like the one in New York, Empire State Building, all of them are on ley lines. All right, ley lines. You go look up ley lines. Ley lines geographically around the world, they all connect because these connections with these elites give them headway to bring forth, conjure up demons. Like you look at most people would think when I go to St. Louis, I see the St. Louis Arch. That's a portal for demons, man. All right, and they conjure these demons to come in and come out, really through a machine called CERN. All right, and all around the world, most of them are what? Egyptian opals. That's why you go anywhere in America, like you go to Canal Street, the inner Canal Street on the river, there's an opalist down there. You go to Washington D.C. You go to Houston. You go, and most of, like I say this, and all this shit is built on symbolism. Most of your houses here in America got what? The roofs are made like what? Pyramids. The churches have a pyramid and they have a shaft on top. Most of them think, oh, that's how the building was constructed. But what are these different shafts? They are actual phallic symbols. You know, penises. All right?
That's why I don't wear neckties.
Right, that's a penis. Yeah. They make these people, when you go home and pray, most motherfuckers pray like this. This is what we call the
Vesica Pisces.
The Vesica Pisces. Or in masonry, they call it the steeple hand. Or they use their head, they put their hands like this. It's called the steeple hand. It's a vagina. You know?
Yeah, that's Andrew Tate's favorite thing now.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit that fancy one.
Yeah. Every time you see him in a video, he's got his hands like
Yeah,
that.
it's so crazy. I got a picture. I probably got it still on my phone, but it's old girl. Harriet Tubman was doing that bitch back then. We know she was all set up, you know? But all this shit is on ley lines. You can go from different places around the world, they all connect. They all, go ahead.
The pyramid-shaped objects and obelisks. So think about it like a tuning fork. That the vibrations coming from the ley lines, they are able to, the energy harnesses into, they harness them like a tuning fork, like their power generator.
Yeah, you ever seen most of those commercials for the internet connection? They always show you those lines bouncing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Those lines that's bouncing on the ley lines around the world, man. And they're used for wickedness. These devils, man, they know what's going on. Which they got the power from Satan. Okay?
The Energia.
Yeah, Energia.
Whose coming is the man of sin and the son of perdition. Whose coming is after the working of Satan, the Energia, which when you go to the Strong's, it says supernatural or divine power, either from God or from Satan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the two could be the same, the one and the same. Because God could be, Satan is a god. In fact, in this world, like he's like a lot of people worship money.
Well, all that power ultimately comes from the Most High.
Right.
Like what they have is just the left-handed version of the Most High. And Satan is a power, but he's a lesser power. He's not equal to the Most High, and he works for the Most High. So the Most High sanctions him to go to these elites and give them power, and they think, oh, we're getting it from Satan, but really it's from the Most High.
Right, because you got to understand, you have the spiritual demon Satan, and you have the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is the so-called white man.
So when they say on money, in God we trust, they're actually talking about
Satan.
Satan.
Yeah, Satan we trust.
Yeah.
Because who get him the power to actually to make the money? Satan. That's why, like, even the guy who we work for, this guy, he all into some wacky, tacky, crazy shit. But they pray to these deities, which is Satan, and they give him power to open businesses and to attract money to them, man. Right, that's what our brother reading. Keep reading that.
And he got some info on ley lines for you.
All right.
This is Isaiah.
That's why they get into the average white man and all them. They into this type of shit, man. All right, they into Satanism. They into astrology. They into when we was young, we into no fucking Ouija boards, talking to the dead, ghost boxes and shit. The Edomites, go in YouTube and put ghost boxes. There's a whole community of that shit. They talk to celebrities that are dead, which is demons. Because once your family member, once your people die, you ain't no talking to them. They're in the spirit world. Well, now what you are talking to is some type of demon.
AI. They got
familiar spirits and shit, man.
A movie. Have you? I don't know if it's called Hereditary.
I heard of that movie.
That what you just said is a scene in that whole movie is about generations of witches trying to conjure up one of the seven kings of hell, as they say it in the movie. And there's one scene where the lady's daughter died, and she thinks she's talking to him, but she's really talking to the demon king. Pyman is what they call. That whole movie is about them trying to conjure up Pyman into this realm and put his spirit into one of the people in the family line, because for generations they've been building up their family line to be a vessel to bring this demon forth. Like what the elder brother's going into, these Edomites, a lot of these families go back generations, hardcore into witchcraft.
Show you that we're not bullshitting. Go look at this particular shit that was coming on TV one time called Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country. they started to expose too. Every time it's another slavery movie when they started exposing what was really going on.
Antebellum?
No, it's some slave shit. I would
That's
call it.
Journey Smollett was in that, right?
Yeah.
Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
It's another one. His sister was in this other one.
They canceled it.
His sister was in this other movie that I'm talking about. It's about slavery, but they started to get into the shit about. This is when they cut it off. They started getting into it about what's the girl name? Harriet Tubman and shit. And they started exposing what was really going on behind the scenes with the Edomites and the North and the South and shit. They cut that shit off. Same thing with Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country shows you that the elites of this society, or the average white society, were heavily into witchcraft. And they passed that information down from son and daughter on down, and they gave them power, right? Which was open to them through the spiritual demon Satan to have that power on this side, man. And they exposed. As soon as they start getting into the heavy shit, they cut that shit off. They cancel that shit out, man. Quick.
They were using that device to open portals.
Yeah. And these devils had that ability, man. The Most High, you gotta understand. Yes, the Most High gave the Edomites on this side the ability to deal with the left hand side, because you understand the left hand of the Most High is the evil side. He gave them the ability through Satan to have the ability to make what we know here. What you got? They got the power.
Hey, when Satan came to YAHAWASHI and brought him up to that high place and showed him all the kingdoms of the world, and he showed him America, and said, if you will bow down at my feet, I will give you this. That will come with what? The power, the prince of the power of the air. The earth right now has been given into Satan's hands. YAHAWASHI didn't take that deal, but guess who did take that deal? Esau. The elites will give you, I'll give you this power right now, dominion and all that. Hey, Esau took that deal. Hence why they work heavily in that energy of that power from Satan.
Yeah. That's why the average, y'all ever, when y'all was in elementary school, you had that one white kid you might have been around. It just something about this motherfucker just wasn't right. It always was off.
I saw a video, man. It tripped me out. It was two videos. I saw two videos, but two separate individual white women tell their children to, when they get lost, go to a big black man. Don't go to a white man, go to a black man, because black men will not hurt you. And we don't have the spirit to hurt. They said, go to a black man. That's what they literally told their kids. If you ever get lost, find a black man, tell him that you're lost, and yada yada.
Yeah, but see,
don't go to a white man.
The average vibration of the Edomites, even when you, like I always go into, even when you around them, coming up as a young boy, you sitting there, you playing a game with them. What the name of their hashtag on the game gonna be? It's gonna be some 666 Beast Boys, Satan. They vibration in them always been in the Satan.
The Morning Star or something.
Yeah.
Nothing. Lucifer.
Yeah.
Listen to heavy metal.
Yeah, heavy metal was in Satanism. Go ahead.
Yeah, some shit with no rhythm, no life to it. Just let the bodies hit the floor. Just madness, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I was.
Which my man? When you look into the video, my man, y'all can go look him up when y'all get a chance. Let's go put on YouTube. John Todd music industry. He'll let loose. He said, man, they created rock and roll. They created hip hop for Jake. And they created rock and roll for the Edomites. And rock and roll was set up as a tool for Satanism. When you look at Kiss, that's Satanism. Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne, all that shit, man.
Satan was. I saw the video where the person was saying that Satan was the minister of music.
That's all bullshit. That's Christianity.
Yeah, that's from Paradise Lost.
Yeah, Paradise Lost.
Some fan fiction.
Yeah, that's not even. Not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible at all. Oh, he was so beautiful, and he was so good at music that the Lord, he got into
the Lord was jealous of his beauty.
It's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit. Now, when you do read the scriptures about why thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, that's talking about the so-called white man falling out of his heaven, right? And he's gonna fall when the Lord does it to him. He's gonna fall quickly,
like a thief in the night.
It's not gonna be about no guy, all right, that looks like Tom Cruise, that know how to sing like Usher, falling and getting into the Lord, butt naked, and he's making them go crash to the earth, all right, for punishment.
Hey, that was a cover of a Led Zeppelin album. It was a naked Edomite man with angel wings, and it looked like he was falling.
Yeah.
More Satanists.
That's talking about the so-called
That
white man.
Esau's ears talking about that.
You know? Go ahead. Finish that Isaiah from the I can give it back to you.
This is Isaiah 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
With the multitude of thy sorceries. Because like I say, America, the so-called founding forefathers of America, they established America based on witchcraft. All right? The head honcho. Anybody know who Adam Weishaupt is? Adam Weishaupt. Right? Anybody know? Anybody knows when America was established?
1776.
On what date?
No, it was in November, I think.
May 1st. But see, what you gotta go back to is these devils also do something called the Feast of the Beast. October 25th to May 1st, D-Day. And what they do, what these devils do, they sacrifice people, all right, through fire, anything with fire, you know, burnings or whatever. All right, but they get homage, they also give homage to Adam Weishaupt. They give homage to Apple Pipe on those days, man. All right? And they deal heavily with sacrificing through fire. This is how these devils get down. Like I told you before, the top witches here in Babylon, they live in Sonoma County, California. They live all throughout the Californians. Secondly, the other ones are where? New York. And then a lot of them down here. This is a heavy state for its witchcraft right here in New Orleans, man. This was the second leg of the Illuminati was established here at Tulane University with a guy by the name of John Slidell. That's why you got the part called Slidell. That guy was a heavy witch. His name was John Slidell. He was with a guy by the name of Judah Benjamin. All right, they're the ones that actually established what we know as the transatlantic slave trade was started. Where was the hub at? Right here. And they got along with the other guy, the top witch, the top warlock. What he was called? Adam Weishaupt or Adam Apple Pipe was Grand Master. It was established here.
It was a
in
Ku Klux Klan too.
It was a Ku Klux Klan. Even when you go read his book, Morals and Dogma, he tell you that in order to be a Mason, you got to be heavily into witchcraft. And it was established here at Tulane University. I went to Tulane. When you go on Tulane campus and walk around, nothing but masonry. All the gargoyles, all the symbols. It was established here. The second leg of that thing, man, was established here. Right along with, like me and this brother, we sometimes in the past we bounced off information and thoughts. A lot of fucking Edomite women were doing some shit. Witches and I'm talking about doing some shit to Jake in the time of slavery here, man. You know?
That one madam who, when her...
I know we doing a lot of talking, but like I said, we're going to get to the scriptures, but it's some heavy information.
A lot of dark history on Bourbon Street.
Yeah. It's a lot of dark history here in the city of New Orleans, man. You know? Go ahead. But those guys, you can look them guys up, man. Yeah. John Slidell. That's why you got this. That's why you got the city of Slidell to give commemoration to him. John Slidell and Judah Benjamin. I know his name Judah. Yeah, Judah Benjamin. His name Judah Benjamin. All right. All right.
Adam Weishaupt, I remember him being in Esau eating the room.
Yeah, I think
I think it's a Bavarian Illuminati.
Okay, that's what
yeah. But that guy there, he was the start of all that. They, the elites, the elites funded that guy to start his sector, his thing, which was established the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think, 1976, all that other shit. That was the start of all that shit, man. There's a lot of history into that, but go ahead.
I got some info to back this up too. This is Isaiah 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
And what it says, when thou labors from thy youth. What is talking about? When America was established? I see him. Read that part again for me, though.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Because those are the ones that help fund and help establish America. All those astrologers, stargazers, money prognosticators, all those people that are heavily into witchcraft, all right? That's why it says, keep going.
Okay.
Read that little snippet for me.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Where thou hast labored from thy youth. Meaning when America was established, when America was established from the youth, it was established on witchcraft. All right, through the so-called founding forefathers. This is how this place came about. All those guys, go look, please, when y'all go home and y'all get time, go look at a lot of those so-called Confederate soldiers, Confederate generals, lieutenants. Why is those guys taking pictures like this? They're taking pictures with the hidden hand inside their Confederate jackets and shit, man. Like even a lot of the black ones. When you see them sitting down, they got their children and their wives on the black and white posters. You got a lot of black soldiers doing this. It was Masons. It's called the hidden hand. All this shit here, you see them. It's all masonry, man. Yeah, all those Confederate pictures, all the pictures of the different presidents, fucking Masons and shit, man.
I took a picture with my hand like this inside of a jacket. I didn't know it was
And you see pictures of Napoleon doing it, Stalin,
look.
everybody throughout history. Major people.
Yeah, there you go. It's the hidden hand, man.
Study Proverbs and teach it with his.
Yeah, this
Naughty
Napoleon.
man teach it with his fingers.
Yeah, this is Napoleon.
Mm-hmm. And they're coming out with the movie Napoleon, I think, this month.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. With the dude who played the new Joker, he played Napoleon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, even that other guy, who this fuck? Even goddamn one of them sons over there in England. He when he got married, he was doing that shit with the hidden hand, man. All right, but this how this we say without labors from thy youth. When America was established, it came about on witchcraft, man. Right? Satan, spirit demon Satan helped these devils do what they do. And like I said, even when you read Psalm the 50th chapter, I believe the 50th chapter, these devils got so down and so in line with Satan. He said they thought that the Most High was wanted to die self. They thought the Most High was with them, what they were doing to us, man.
Since I had not afflicted thee, thou thoughtest that I was altogether
one
as
of thyself.
thyself.
These devils got so down and so engulfed in wickedness with Satan that they thought the Most High was with them, man. All right? But the Lord said, later on you read, the Lord said, I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. That's why you have us right in the belly and the nose of these devils getting in order in front of the Most High, man. All right? Under the nose of these devils, man. Because even when you first get another chance to go home, go look at the Willie Lynch letter. And when he wrote about how to establish and how to make a slave, when you read on, it says that if you don't do this, if you don't set these different commandments and orders, how I'm telling you, after so long, it's going to be a great phenomenon happen. Basically, us waking up. All right, and then like I said, it was through the Most High that the Lord weakened the spirit of these devils. Because what happened? What we always say on the block, if you go back 40, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, we wouldn't be able to do this, what we're doing. Exactly what we're doing. We've been hanging from one of these poles, man. But it's the Most High that allowed it to happen, right? That got these devils to their height, and now he's chopping them down. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels.
They are weary in the multitude of their counsel because who they counsel with? They counsel with Satan. All right, like I told you too. Like I told the thing I said, go look up. They got. Sometimes when you look at these lodges, these Masonic lodges, they got over 100, 200 seats. I done seen some lodges where it's just a big round circle and there's one chair in the middle. That one chair in the middle ain't for the top dog. That's for Satan. These devils talk to Satan. How to oppress us more. How to do certain things in the society. They literally talk to Satan.
So they meditate in terror, like we gonna do on them.
But they taking orders from Satan though.
But they're taking crafty counsel against our hidden ones.
Right. But and I'm gonna say this, and you might know because you dealt with that life at one time. And like I said, in order to be anything in society, anything so-called great, you be a fireman. You could just be the regular guy hosting out shit, fighting fires. When you want to be on a big dog level, you gotta be a Mason. When you become a cop, you get sworn in. What they wearing? White glove. You be a Marine. It's masonry.
They call it the fraternal order of the police brotherhood.
Yeah, that's true. When you're a soldier, you get all those different ranks. But then when you want to become a big dog in the military, you gotta become a Mason.
Damn, that's oh shit.
Guess why? Guess what? Because the regular peons in the military, they go fight, they go to war, they go shoot and kill, but they come back to nothing. But why is it all the big dogs that's in there that become Masons? They come back home with the F-250, the motorbikes, the boats, the cars and shit because they it's a form of selling up.
You just said, man, I had something that's sticking with me for years. I never understood why. In the Marine Corps, the sergeant major is the highest you can go to enlisted rank. I had a sergeant one time I was with the sergeant major, and I was with this gunny, the sergeant, and he was telling, and they both was black, they both was brothers, and he said, yeah, man, you don't know, we with that thing, man, and he kind of like was suggesting, and it was he said Mason. I mean I was 22, I didn't know what it meant. He said, what is that? He said, well, you don't know it. Now I figure when you just said what you said. But that I realized how the sergeant major got to where he is as sergeant major. How he got all the way up there.
Yeah.
And this dude couldn't run a shit. Like we did a battalion run. He dropped the fuck out. He was big on it, fat on it. I mean, but he was sergeant fucking major of the whole fucking company, the battalion. And now I know how he got up there.
Yeah, he got up there because he's a Mason.
And he admitted it to me. He admitted it to me that he was a Mason.
Yeah, all them niggas that be in the military and shit. A lot of them Prince Hall Masons is bullshit.
Jokes.
They're jokes. A lot of the Edomites, you'll never hear an Edomite tell you he's a Mason. You'll never know. No. And a lot of them, they're the real war. They're into the Scottish Rite and Yorkshire shit. All right. Jake be into the bush, and Jake be doing all that goddamn recruiting all the time. The Edomites don't really do that like that.
Jake got the plaques on his window of his car.
Yeah, the ring, all the bullshit, But them Edomites, they be, it's how, and niggas become a Mason just to get $300 extra out of the bank. Little small dumbass perks and
get
shit.
A parking ticket taken away.
But them Edomites, they be in it like the politicians and shit.
Lawyers, judges.
Anything that you want to be in society, especially because firemen when something go wrong, they on military time. Police officers, all right. All that shit is connected together. When you sworn in, you get your badge, all that shit. You gotta put on the white gloves. Everything here, even Mickey Mouse. What Mickey Mouse got on?
White gloves.
Masonry. Disney, all
and black and white.
Yeah.
His color scheme is only black and white.
Yeah. Everything here. You want to step up and be on the bigger level, you gotta get down. Even in that college world, I told you brother before, you want to get down, get the ABCs in front of your name, the doctor's degree. Guess what? That whole graduation what is it called? The graduation ceremony. You got to do what?
To get your degree.
A degree is what? It's masonry. Like you said, you gotta put the tassel from the right side to the left side on what? A motherboard. With that square cap you wearing. Motherboard. Everything is masonry. It's centered around that. You gotta go to Times Square, but Times Square is a circle. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they do, man. Everything is simmering around that shit, man. That's how these devils get down. Go ahead, I finish that little part out. Try to give it back.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Yeah, and all these black women, these women, what's your sign? What's your sign? All that shit is witchcraft, man. On this side, it's witchcraft. Now, we used to use the different zodiac signs and different things like that back then to tell us when war would come and tell us different things. But now on this side, they use it for what? Wickedness, man. They use it for left-hand magic. All right? And like I said, there is somewhat powers in the crystals and the stones, but what most people over here use it for? Witchcraft, left hand. You know, they use it for left hand magic. Especially these women, man. I want to find that husband. I want to get me a husband. Get money. They want to get to the shit, man. You know? She's a goddamn weirdo. Go ahead.
Coconut head.
That's it?
I got
get the info.
It's just to back up everything the elder brother's been saying, how this country was established on Freemasonry and witchcraft. And this is a book called Codex Magica by Tex Mars, which goes into the hidden hand and a lot of these different symbolisms and the history behind these secret societies.
And see, back then the elders established, put us on it. That's how we know that all these fucking, like we tell you all the time, all these car symbols that's on these cars, like the Chevy, Dodge, look at this, Hyundai, all that shit is Satan. Let's go back to all of them go back to signs and symbols of Satanism, man. Go ahead.
This is on page 266 and 267 of Codex Magica. And it's under the section, it's in the chapter, The Riddle. This is in the chapter, The Riddle of the Great Seal of the United States, in the section, Enter Rothschild's Man, Haim Salomon. That, of course, is the official version of events, but some claim that a mysterious man from Europe, but living in Philadelphia, named Haim Salomon, secretly assisted the committee of Franklin, Jefferson, and Adams. Haim Salomon, a Ishbanker, Amalekite, just happened to be the American representative for the Rothschilds of Europe. Salomon, it is said, bribed a number of American politicians and was able to get about anything he and his mentors wanted done. In the case of the Great Seal, the Rothschilds wanted symbols to be pictured in the Great Seal of the United States befitting the aims of the Illuminati, though Ish and Zeoist. In ambition, the Rothschilds were not worshippers of the God of the Old and New Testament of the Bible. They were Sabbatean, Frankist, satanic in theology. They sought and still seek today a J-ish utopia or kingdom on planet Earth. The kingdom would be the New Age successor to ancient Babylon and Egypt.
You see, even right here, I'm gonna see if y'all brothers see. Do y'all see the owl sitting on the hook? See right here, the little thing right here. That's the owl. Owl Molech sitting on the crest right there. Behind what you see is what? You see the web. Right? I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Yeah, it's gonna blur out. But I wish I could show you what I'm talking about, man. But this, yeah, I might. Yeah, but this is the this is what they established everything on this. Which, hold this real fast. Which all these little lines you see it's called the web. What they call everybody, they call it, right, especially in the back. You see the web? You see how it look like a web, right? This is what they catch everybody else with. This fiat currency, man. This illegal tender of debt. Yeah, let it go. That's on the dollar. You see that owl? He always puts his stamp. He puts his stamp on everything, man. You know, and like this brother said, read that part again with the Illuminati shit, man.
In the case of the Great Seal, the Rothschilds wanted symbols to be pictured in the Great Seal of the United States befitting the aims of the Illuminati.
Yeah, that's why you got the Eye of Horus, you got the America, you got a goddamn pyramid, all right? And which these devils believe they're at the top of that pyramid, and you at the bottom. The bottom right here symbolizes like the bars. You stuck in that cage, man.
Matrix.
In that matrix.
If I could say that little plant right there, if that little, if you could see it over the two, circles.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it even better for you. I got it right here.
It's called an acanthus plant, and it means rebirth. And what is Esau trying to do? Rebirth ancient Rome, Babylon, Egypt. That phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of nighttime right now. You can't really see on that building right there. You got what? You got the eagle. Sometimes you got double-headed eagles, and you got those Olympic torches with the wings on them, man. Hey, this how this devil get down. Come on, man. It should be right over here. Well, but even this, man, you got everywhere around Babylon. You got what? You got the symbolism of what? Different ancient deities, man. It's an Egyptian opalus.
And it's right by what that river, which shows its reflection, as above, so below.
Right. And you got what? Abraham Lincoln doing that. Sitting in the chair. He's doing as above, as below. Right? You got George Washington
doing
statue.
The same.
He's doing the as
and he's
above.
In a toga.
Yeah, he's in the toga. And I think there's another one with George Washington. He got the Masonic apron on, man. Mm-hmm. All right? That's why Google goes back to masonry. All right, the Google images, you got a circle with the different yellow, blue, and red. It all goes back to 666. The numbers are 666, man. This is at U of H. This is in Vegas.
The Luxor with that capstone that shines that bright light at the top at night.
Yeah, but there you go, bro. I got it even bigger.
You see that little plant, that little leaf-looking thing. It's called an acanthus, which means you rebirth, going into the rebirth of what? The Renaissance was the rebirth of the Babylonian and ancient, mysteries, and bringing in that new age, that phoenix rising from the ashes. And the reason that capstone isn't attached to the pyramid is because they haven't accomplished their new world order yet. Mm-hmm. And what they believe they're going to accomplish it when they bring the MOTB. So what? That capstone's going to finally lay on the pyramid.
Right. So,
and there's going to be no more need for the dollar or this when they bring the MOTB.
And it all goes together, man. That's why these devils, since the time of Adam Weishaupt, they've been pushing so hard to achieve that, man. Even in the book that Abba Pike, he predicted 3 world wars.
The Mazzini letters.
Yeah, in the Mazzini letters. That's why he said in that book that they will establish that new world order on the backs of who? Ishmael. Right? And they use the script. They know the scriptures. When you read the Bible, they tell you that Ishmael should be a wild man. So what they do?
Dragons of Arabia.
What they do? They use him as the image of the wild man, strapping bombs. Oh, boy, leave. Which you never really seen. You never really seen Ishmael talk about doing that. Only time you see that is with the prediction of Esau saying that he'll do that shit, the movies and shit. All right, but this is this devil, man. Hey, get ready for the shit, because they didn't make their little loop around, man. Go ahead.
I got that in Genesis if you want.
Must be a what they call it?
A sugar convention.
Yeah. Farrakhan must be down here, man.
Do you want that Ishmael's a wild man?
Yeah, I'm ready to get on one of you, the ski niggas, man. You Morehouse niggas. I'm ready to get on one of you niggas' asses. Go ahead, brother.
Now, this Genesis chapter 16, and let's get straight to the point. Verse 11. And the angel of Yahawah said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael, because Yahawah hath heard thy affliction, which Ishmael in the Hebrew means he's heard of the Most High. It says, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
Right.
and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
And Ishmael lived up to that. That's why what's going on in the Middle East? Every hand is against him, and his hand is against everybody, man. You go your ass to Yemen, you go your ass to Pakistan, Iraq, Syria,
Gaza Strip,
Iran, another one. I said Afghanistan. And Ishmael lived up to that. So Esau played on the scriptures, and let's make him the prime enemy. Okay, and we're gonna establish this new world order too on the backs of him too, by going up against him. This devil, he ain't stupid, man. True to tell you that y'all are wiser than Daniel. This devil, first and foremost, this devil read the scriptures, man. He got somewhat of understanding of that Bible first, man.
I think he took the Apocrypha out.
Yeah. But the Apocrypha lays the groundwork, the foundation to understanding World War III.
Hey, I got that. 2nd Ezra 15 and 20. Behold, a horrible vision and appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Yeah, man. So those are the times we're in. Like, you got some more on that thing, right?
Going back into the Codex Magica. They were talking about the Rothschilds. They were Sabbatian, Frankist, satanic in theology. They sought and still seek today a J-ish utopia or kingdom on planet Earth. The kingdom would be the New Age successor to ancient Babylon and Egypt, in Revelation 11, verse 8. It would be a powerhouse nation that would, through magic and intellect, conquer the world. America would be its proxy. America would be its alter ego. America then must be fashioned into a Kabbalistic, J-ish state. All hail the new Egypt, empire of the ages, child of the sun god of the ancients. America, the new Jerusalem, must unite with old Jerusalem, and Zeus Illuminati must reign.
That's what I tell you. And then that was done, starting with the elites. Like I told you, these devils, to show you that this is Rome all over again. We go into the Maccabees with the Senate House, and so on and so forth. But even in ancient Rome, one of the first places, I think Alexander the Great, after he came out of Macedonia, he went to a place called York. What it is? I took my tongue. It was up in it was York something. All right, but then when it that's one of the first. That was like the hub or the headquarters of Rome. It was York, Rome, or something like that. So when they came here to establish, all right, the new America, what's one of the first places they set up? New York.
And what's New York known as? The Empire City.
The Empire State. And then they did what? They set up what we know as the United Nations over there. And then what they put on the front of the building of the United Nations over there, the Reef of Rome.
I think they got the 10 flags representing the 10 horns.
Right. So it's a parallel between the two. America is nothing more than the ancient Roman Empire. Like we always say, if you was to take the cars away, you could take all the wacky tacky clothes. He coming back again. All the wacky tacky clothes. You'll see, and you look through the goggles in the spirit. You'll see the same Roman togas going on. All these cars will be horses. It'd be the same thing going on, man. Go ahead.
Give me that Revelation 11 verse 8, and you can give me Revelation 13.
See, even for Jake, the thing that stopped Jake from coming up and talking and scoffing is this: Jake don't want to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? That's what but that's but Jake will do his thing if we would just, go ahead.
God, you got that Revelation 11 verse 8.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
And what did we just read? That America would be the new Babylon, the new Egypt. So, and then when you go to the end of that verse, it says, where also our Lord was crucified, that links it to Rome as well, because YAHAWASHI was crucified under the Roman Empire, and what his image, and he's spiritually crucified here in the new Roman Empire. Spiritual Egypt, you got the
say something too. That's why they also, here in America, they commemorate the death. Every year, they commemorate the death of our Lord. And they lie to the people and say that his birth was December 25th, right? And they use it, they call it Christmas or Xmas. Why? Because they Xing the Lord out.
Christ Mass, the Mass.
Right, Christ Mass. That's why would you wear a cross around your neck? Symbolizing the death of the Lord. If I was to die or you was to die, I wouldn't want you to come back and how I died, making a mockery of it, man. Okay, but when you read the scriptures, and one day we'll get down to the breakdown. That when you read the scriptures to you, brothers, all right, and you go through the proper breakdown, you'll find out that the Lord wasn't even born on December 25th. No. Not even around the time of the December 25th. Yeah, he was born around springtime. All right. He wasn't even born in the winter months. But what's going on? The winter solstice is going on. Really in these high times now is the commemoration of Satan too. When you start going into what's the symbolism of the evergreen tree, the presence, the colors. We went in the breakdown of that, remember? The colors of the red, the green, the white. What are these things about? The average mind, the average person, oh, the colors are so innocent. How can you talk about it? The wreath, the little balls and the tassels that go around, that all means something, man. All right?
They got a saying, nothing goes without meaning.
Yeah. What did we went into? Old Saint Nick, which goes into Satan. What you about to say?
Same thing. Satan.
Yeah, Santa.
Satan spelled backwards.
Yeah, read down on that. Where I want you. I ain't want to read. Just bring it out anyway. Now give back this one. Yeah, scripture here. Just bring it out anyway, so we can go into it. And then I'm like I said, Lord will get this back to this, but I'm gonna try to go somewhere and get it.
This Nahum chapter 3 and verse 3. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none in to their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts.
Yeah, the mistress of witch. They're talking about America, man. Right? And guess what? Through World War III and through Jacob Trump over here, that's how it's gonna be. Read that part again about the carcasses, man.
It says
that's how it's gonna be in World War III, and that's how it's gonna be over here in the streets of America, man. Go ahead.
And there is a multitude of slain.
Gonna be a multitude of slain bodies and people. Go ahead.
And a great number of carcasses, and there is none in of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
People gonna stumble upon the dead. Stumble, slipping on blood, brain matter. That's how it's gonna be. Go ahead. And even in the time of World War III, it's gonna be like that, man.
It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts.
This is America, the mystery of witchcraft. Like we was going into earlier. Bro, get into America was established on witchcraft. The founding forefathers of America established this place. Even the women were heavily into witchcraft, man. And I'm talking about the so-called white men and white women, right? Yeah. Women eating stars because they wanted, the women wanted something to be a part of. All right. Even when you get into what? All right. Over there in Yale, with most of the presidents going into Yale or Columbus, whatever, Yale and Harvard and Columbia, Princeton,
Skull and Bone.
You got to get into Skull and Bone, right? Skull and Bone trickles into what? What we have today. You got these niggas in something they call the Boule. The Boule was started by a nigga by the name of Henry McKinney, I believe, right? And he was heavily into the Boule. He wanted the same thing Esau had with the Skull and Bone. And like I said, most of their presidents had to go through that filter of being a part of one of those groups. You go back, go look it up. What we telling you? You got George Bush and John McKinney, John Kerry. Which those guys are cousins, literal blood cousins. They on the same picture for Skull and Bones, man. All right, which we understand most of these presidents are kin.
That's what you just said.
Yeah, all right, because guess what? You got the elites, which are part of what we know as the blue bloodline. They try to marry and intermarry in house to keep that same power. Because these devils hope and pray when they die they come back in that same position. So they try to marry within the close bloodline of each other. But then you got the other bloodline of them. You got the like they said, and I'm saying this too. That goddamn Hamite. Obama had a whole segment where he can trace his bloodline all the way back to the Caesar, man. Right? That's how close these devils are. That's how they try to keep that thing so close, man.
But his dad is a Hamite, right?
Yeah, but his daddy, his daddy Hamite. His daddy is up in the inner realm of that shit, man. Cause what the other guy name is that set up that guy that was the tutor of Obama? Yeah, long ass name. Yeah, that guy was the guy that taught Obama everything he knows from the tutor up. He read his name?
Zabignu Brzezinski. That's a weird ass name.
You can look him up. He the guy that even before, when Obama was born, from the age of a child, Obama was groomed to become the president. So much to where even this guy, I think he was a Philippine. He set the Philippine guy up to have power with the military and the armies of Philippines or something like that. He set him up with Obama's mother after the daddy separated from him. And this guy was groomed up to become the president. All right, I'm talking about Jerry. What's his name? Barry Soetoro. Barry Soetoro. That's Obama's real name, man. Okay. So there's a lot of things going on behind this, man. Behind these different presidents and shit.
Now I'm starting to believe that Michelle Obama is actually a he.
Hey, this is the guy I'm talking about, man. You can look at this guy and tell he a damn demon, man. You know?
He had a famous quote where he said, governments had to use a lot of manpower to kill many of their civilians, but now with the advent of missiles, they can kill many of their civilians with a little bit of manpower. He had a quote like that. That's a demonic ass quote.
Yeah.
I saw a video last night that said once they get that EMP started, half of America's population gonna die overnight.
Yeah, because you got half of these old fucks, all right, that's running around in wheelchairs, walkers, dialysis, and fucking pacemakers. They're gonna die instantly with the flick of a switch.
Say these airplanes that are in the sky,
they gonna fall.
They all just
the satellites. Niggas gonna have satellites in the hood, B. All right, some NASA shit is gonna fall right in the hood instantly with a flick of a switch. All right. The wacky white girl, oh my God, she's gonna die overnight because the internet's gonna be gone. Boom.
No lights, no nothing.
And guess what? All the freaks gonna come out that night when the lights go off over here. You see her come around the corner, Felicia Felicia gonna wild out when the lights go off, man. You see that, huh?
Second Ezra 6:22. Jump back to that second Ezra 15. It's coming back around.
Because what's gonna happen? We tell you all the time. And like early on, they had different things came out. The elite bankers, all about numbers and statistics. They already know that the average store, like Rouse's, Albertsons, I'm just giving them different names. Albertsons, Winn-Dixie,
Publix,
Whole Foods, all that shit. They already lined it out. Most of those places only have 3 days worth of food. After 3 days, the truck comes again. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and hope the truck might come again.
They literally call it the just-in-time delivery service.
Yeah, and guess what? Before that happens, they're gonna cut off those truckers because the truckers are the lifeline. These highways are the lifeline of society. They're gonna cut that shit off, man. Really through the internet and various other things, man. We're gonna see these people wild the fuck out. I promise you.
Hey, back last year around this time, over they talking about a coming diesel engine fuel shortage, which is that particular, lubricant you need to power those diesel engines. That just completely fell under the radar, but there's still that shortage in place.
Wild out. Average. It might be a nigga look like Steve Urkel in your hood. All right? When them lights go off, that nigga gonna become Conan overnight. He gonna wig the fuck out, man. A lot of these druggies, these people that are on all different Adderalls and Percocets, them niggas is gonna wild out when they can't get to it. Body going through withdrawals and shit. All right, the old, and I want you to understand this. Even people that think like this, the old here are gonna just die. It happened for Katrina. All the old people, they just put a sheet over them. Nigga still in the wheelchair with his mouth open, dead. The old gonna die first. Then from there, you gonna have those with various injuries and shit. And from there, you gonna have what they told you in school. It's in science class. They told you in science class about what? The survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a food chain, even amongst people. Right? You got the prey, you got the predator, and you got the apex predator. You know what the apex predator is, right?
Top predator.
He don't even have nothing feeding on him. He just feed on shit. Same thing that happens amongst. Yeah. All right.
That was a move. That was a real move.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. It'd be a nigga like that. It'd be a move like that.
He already eat dogs. So he ain't too far from eating people.
Yeah, you see them niggas on YouTube eating them motherfucking big ass bugs and sushi and batch. Man, niggas don't give a damn.
You're gonna have that big knife.
F-1. Nigga who knew F-1 and ready to wild out. See, look, that's what a nigga doing. That's what the nigga gonna be doing when the EMP go down. Playing stand up minute and shit. You get them niggas too, brother. Yeah. Nigga behind the nigga. That old nigga too. Look. Bulk of you so-called Negroes that you gonna die on default. When we're talking, you niggas is gonna die. And guess what? It's so bad. So in the first purge, they put that. The white man put that in the movie. When shit gets real out here, niggas gonna still be playing. What happened on that? Nigga was twerking. Nigga was twerking on Skeletor until he put out something this long and jumped that bitch up.
That rusty knife.
Niggas do that in that world. They do that to the turbo. That's crazy. They do that in the world. They do that in that exotic world. They take the ass of the car off so they can expose all the piping and the turbos on the road. Yeah, you know, it's like a flex to show you. You know, it's kind of like the niggas do with the. I don't know why wicked niggas put the balls on the truck. You know, the hitch with the balls hanging. It's like that. That's that in that world. But go ahead. Go ahead,
Got that second extra 6. Hey, and this goes exactly into what the elder brother was talking about. Hey, society is going to collapse on all levels, and really, once that food goes, it's every man for himself. Food, the lights.
And I'm gonna say this too. See, everybody be playing about these zombie movies and shit, but the closest thing to the realization of the zombie shit is really Mad Max. That's how motherfuckers ain't gonna be nothing wrong with them, but they gonna just be coming for your head, man. And Mad Max shit show you what happens when society falls. All right, and I'm gonna tell you, they got these Edomites. I've seen it in Houston. They got these Edomites out here really buying steel plating for their fucking trucks and cars, buying bulletproof tires. Yeah. These devils out here buying LMG, light machine gun weapons and arming their shit up to mount on their shit when all hell breaks loose. What the fuck is Edomite? Edomite, he in the front of his big truck. He got the diamond.
That cow catcher.
That cow catcher from all fucking Mad Max on this shit, man. Huh? Yeah.
You open the door and the door like 50 pounds heavy.
Yeah.
You open the back, it was like an escalator or something. And you open the back of it, you got a
that might be your boy, because you know that dude that own the gun range. You know that with the gun range out there in Airbnb, the owner, he got some heavy duty bulletproof fucking Escalade shit.
That bitch was impenetrable.
Yeah.
You couldn't get in there.
He did an interview right before the place got tore up by the tornado. I think he was an ex NOPD cop. He talks about he be on that prepper shit talking about when shit go down. I keep the 2 ARs, the vest and shit. His truck is decked the fuck out, man. It was the type of time he might be on, man. But meanwhile, Jake down the street worrying about it looking like Bum B. These niggas talking about amping you up. Them Texas white boys, they ride with the shit on them, man. I'm talking about 60 packs, 60 piece with rice and fries. I'm talking about them motherfuckers got the real shit with them.
He got a 30 round.
Yeah, Jay got a 30-round clip that he bought off Amazon, and they ain't gonna get through about 5 rounds. You might got the shit, boy.
That's why we gonna hope and pray that the Lord give us spiritual powers in those days.
Yeah, you better hope. You gonna need them. You gonna need them, man. They got Edomite every weekend through the week. They worrying about transitioning drills and shit, popping mags, getting back loaded. Jake ain't worrying about none of that, man. Jake and look at the men in our society. They ain't fit, they fat, they lazy. Look at the women. These women ain't worrying about shit. They just let the rent show. This shit just be out like this all day. They ain't doing a goddamn thing. But meanwhile, guess what? You got the white women, she in there working polite with the weight ball. Getting it in, man.
Learning how to pickle shit.
Learning them
preservatives.
Yeah.
Paying them all that.
Yeah, man. Because they know it's finna go down, man. They just show preppers. They might some prepping. They just prepping. They prepping for some shit to go down, man. Real shit. And the average Jake over here, but we know what's going on, but the average Jake, they don't know. Then they act like this brother went into earlier. The average nigga that is doing, but he ain't doing nothing about it. At least we doing something about it, man. We got our hopes and prayers in the Most High.
Shit.
Go ahead, my bad. Like I said, he just getting the spirit. Yeah, he getting the spirit and shit,
You got that second number 6 and 22. And back in that 15.
Yo, kind. Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Hey, what do? You sow a field, and we see that and when you go into 2 Ezra 15, it says, "They that till the ground shall mourn." We've been seeing these U.S. farmers as croplands get destroyed by these adverse weather events. So, with each passing year, the yields of crops is getting lower and lower. And then the next part says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Empty store shelves out here. We got a little taste of that during, the L downs of the C-19. But what? There's going to be supply chain disruptions, as the elder brother was going into. The truckers being able to deliver things going to get disrupted. And it.
I might take these brothers.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you.
And as the elder brother was going into, we have this just-in-time delivery service. These stores only have about 3 days worth of supplies. So once those trucks stop running, and once the electricity gets cut off, and people get wind of things are bad, they're gonna rush to these stores and take whatever they can, and it's gonna be, gone just like that. And then that's when all hell's already gonna been breaking loose, but that just, no electricity and just especially a lack of food, that's just gonna further exacerbate these issues out here.
It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when then every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
Keep going.
At that time shall friends fight one another. So at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
And what will cause that? A lack of food, no electricity, watching your loved ones starve to death. You just being a complete a state of shock right now. People don't know how to, the majority of Americans don't know how to start gardens. They don't know how to, have any survival skills or anything like that. They've been conditioned to only live in these cities and know how to just go buy their food, buy their clothes, fill their car with gas, and go to their 9-to-5 job.
And comfortability is the people, the Americans are comfortable with the different. The comfortabilities of the average American, opening your refrigerator, being able to get a cold glass of water, putting your food in the microwave, those are really privileges that these people have been accustomed to. Right? They never had to go hunt for no food, while hungry though. Mm-hmm. Have to fix it. You gotta wait, you gotta build the fire. All of those, that's those are humbling events, things, right? That really is supposed to, take place. But these people are comfortable. So like this brother going into, the absence of that comfortability is going to play on their psyche to another level and make them insane, man. Make them maniacs.
I'm going to say this too. The average so-called American, these Babylonians, they actually look down on people who do that.
Yes.
Like people who in the country, people who know how to skin animals, people who know how to hunt. Like the elder was saying earlier, just people that work with their hands. Like, you blue collar, you just like somebody that can fix their own car is an asset. Okay?
You got people out here that think, just because I know what a nice suit is to buy, or I know like sophisticated wines, like somebody that doesn't know that shit, they're a podunk, they're a loser, they're not classy, they're not civilized. But wait till them lights go off and them store shelves are empty. Then we're gonna see who the true, expert and classy person is on things.
Yeah, right now this society values R&B singers, basketball players, and politicians. In that day, no one's gonna want to hear how well you could sing, dance, how well you could give a speech wearing a suit. It's gonna be who can survive, who can help me to survive, who can help my children to survive. That's gonna be the so-called high-value man in Jacob's trouble, the men of the Lord.
Imagine Lil Wayne in that day. What are you gonna do? Rap for some cans of food? Fuck you, man. They gonna smell. Fuck you, Lil Wayne.
Plus, you're rich. You got good consolation. I'm just kidding, man. Take your truth.
They're gonna come to people that flash their stuff. They're gonna come to you first because they know you got it. So-called know you got it. So they're gonna kick that door in, and it's gonna go into in that second Ezra 15 and get to work on you. But
that nigga rapping for canned goods.
Yeah, like literally, hey, I'm Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I'm gonna spit 100 bars for some food. No, man, it's not gonna work like that.
Give me them chains, and that's it.
Go up on you.
But as it says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And what will cause that? Again, a lack of food, a lack of power, just all hell and pandemonium out here. Every man for himself. People not having the survival skills to survive without the society set up to take care of them. Keep going on.
It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
And hey, at the same time, when the electricity goes, that goes with the infrastructure as well. The water's not going to run, so you're not going to have water, you're not going to have heat, gas, electricity, all that. And I was reading somewhere that was saying that when the elites, hit that switch, so to speak, they're actually going to make a lot of people's, toilet water, they're going to make it reverse flow. So they're going to flood your houses with sewage, so you have to leave the house. So you're just going to be completely assed out here. Then on top of that, garbage men won't be taking that garbage. So what's that going to bring? Rats, disease, plague, pestilences. It all plays into each other.
Like I said, there's a and if I could find it, I'm gonna send it to you, brothers. But it's a video. It's really like an autobiography of like 2 scenarios in a collapse.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's called how it's gonna happen or something like that.
It was that Edomite talking about that family, like,
yes.
such and such and such.
How it's gonna go down. Something like
Yeah,
that.
they had everything going well.
No, go ahead.
It started off with Tom. You know how we spoke.
Yeah.
Tom had a nice wife, a son, and a daughter, good job and everything. But Tom had heard in the news that the economy was going bad and prices were going up. And then one day, Tom just went to his job and the doors were locked. And it said, "Hey, sorry, Tom, you're out of a job." And then it progresses from they run out of food, they run out of medical equipment. The son dies of disease. The daughter gets sold into sex slavery. Like it goes down.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, hey, put that back in the woods. It's good for you to watch it, and listen to that, because in that particular video, that guy he was physically preparing himself, which we prepare our minds as best as YAHAWASHI can allow us, because like the scriptures tell you, the times that are coming, you can't even really fathom them. You can't really imagine how tough it's going to be. But what they did in that video, we are spiritually doing that with these scriptures, okay? Taking that extra precaution to fortify our minds with the scriptures, and it's just beautiful how the Lord put that in a pathway of the prophets, man.
To back you up, could you give me 2 Ezra 15, read 57 to 58? Because as it says in Psalms 32, the strength of the horse or the army of a king doesn't matter. We tell you tell brothers not to rely on the preps, but it's nothing wrong with putting food and water to the side just to have a little extra. But at the end of the day, it's going to be YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI that's going to get us through all these things. Because if you don't have the Lord on your side setting up that standard for you, you could be the greatest jiu-jitsu artist. You could have months of food stacked up and mounds of bullets. That's not going to save you, as the brothers always go into. When the shit goes down, you could be on vacation. You could be driving in the job way away from your preps and have to walk back to it and, die on the road.
And the Lord could, put you to shame. You might be right in front of your shit. You might strap up and be ready and die, because you ain't as what you think you is, A lot of these people talk a lot of shit. Oh, I'm gonna be like this, with the the rifles, and man, you ain't never been in no real combat. All right, bullets flying. You ain't never did that. You don't know how you gonna be in that day, But I got this. This 2 Ezra 15 and 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
And we know that the field goes into the world. So what? From one end of the earth into the other, when Jacob's trouble hits, people are going to be dying left, right, and center. And it says the cities shall be broken down. So whether you're in the cities or in your literal field, hey, it's going to be going down. And as it's about to go into with the next verse.
Verse 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and shall eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood,
for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
And what they that be in the mountains are what these preppers with these mountain retreats or their bug out locations. Those preps are only going to last for so long. And what you're going to have, these people coming against you that know of your preps. People coming from the cities into the wilderness, running into you. It's just going to be all hell. And as it says, they that be in the mountains, your bug out locations, wherever you go to try to escape this fire, shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread, thirst, and of water. And people dying of starvation, and what people turn into cannibalism because there's nothing left to eat. As it says in Isaiah chapter 9, he shall eat on the flesh of his right hand and not be satisfied, and then turn to the flesh of his left hand. Hey, a lot of these people out here that are overweight are really just getting fattened up for a calf to the slaughter. That's how gruesome and gritty it's going to get out here. But we're going to go back to that 2nd Esdras 15. You can reread verse 15, and we're going to read down to 19.
This 2nd Esdras 15 and 15.
And these are the times we are quickly coming into, the breakdown of society on all levels, from the food to the infrastructure to the economy. And with these people with a lack of moral character out here and that narcissistic, mindset, it's going to be every man for himself.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
And we went into that first part, earlier in the camp, that one people standing up and fighting against another. It goes into, people from all walks of life, religious views, politics, different races, all that, with swords in their hands. And that modern day sword, especially in the U.S., is what? That gun, which we saw back during the, lockdowns, and especially during those George Floyd protests. A lot of first-time gun owners in the U.S., bullets were running, certain calibers of bullets were going, or there were shortages of that. And what do you think these people just threw these on them? Do you think these people just, when things started to so-called get better, they threw the guns and the bullets away? No, they still got them stacked up. And they're especially holding on to them now, seeing that what World War III is looming and talks of the economy collapsing. Hey, riding on a motorcycle behind the camera with the helmet with that spike on it. As the elder brother was saying, a good representation of how these people are going to be out here are those Mad Max movies. And, a lot of people, sleep on the first one. But what I like about those Mad Max movies is it's a progression of the collapse. In the first movie, they still have civilization, but it's on the verge of collapse. You still got the police here and there trying to stop stuff, but you got like gangs roaming around, raping men and women, stealing gas, and doing all that. But then by the second movie, the nukes hit, and then they're in straight just desolation. What people think of with the desert, the cars put together with the iron plating. Hey, that is coming. As the elder brother was also going into, Edomites out here reinforcing their trucks, and, people are just getting ready for all hell to break loose.
Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
And the definition for that word sedition is conduct or speech inciting open rebellion against a ruling authority or monarch, which we also brought up earlier. What? You had them two senators about to start fighting each other on the Senate floor, and a lot of these citizens in America are waking up to the fact that these politicians don't have their best interests at heart and know that they're throwing them under the bus. I think a couple of years ago, I did a video on an article showing that with each successive year, like 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, the threats towards U.S. politicians has been steadily rising. And, people have been making threats like, look, I'm going to come, I'm going to skin your family, I'm going to kill you. Like, that's the thoughts on the minds of these people out here.
Especially down here.
Yeah. Hey, our mayor down here, Contrell, she got several threats from Edomites saying that, look, we're gonna hang your body until it rots. So once the power is taken out and the food is taken out, and it's really like that out here, these people are gonna act upon those instincts, act upon those wicked thoughts.
There's gonna be no consequence, no
Exactly.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Backing up, what you just said, they shall not regard their kings or princes, the laws, the government. That also involves, the police and the military. A lot of them, are going to take off those badges and those uniforms to protect their own.
Right.
Hey, down here in Katrina, they were doing that.
Hey, what did they say in that little video? A lot of the police officers and firefighters, they turned into gangs of their own. They close knit as brothers was going into their brotherhoods, and they gonna turn into these different gangs with high caliber weapons and things of that nature.
And they're already doing that. A lot of these former military are in militias and training to get ready to survive the collapse that's coming.
Like I had to you, like you said, the military typically most high ranking officers, so they stay in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that in those days that they, if need be, they could section off their own neighborhood as like their own little city where they could, manage and survive.
Hey, I have family members that are in the military, and they live in a neighborhood, when I would visit them, of all just military people, just backing up what you're saying.
They got enough ammo, they got enough weapons to last them and mow down, thousands of fucking people.
And they know how the government operates, so once they hear particular orders and stuff, we know how to counteract this because we've been in this life before.
Yeah, I definitely got insight from, I forget what Edomite that was in the service, but he was saying that that they prep on these things just in case the government does fall. So they already aware of all these things, just waiting for it to come to pass.
God, it's quickly coming to pass. Keep going on.
God. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
And what does that sound like? A state of martial law, which they already talking about bringing back those L-downs. Now they're talking about because of a climate crisis, they need people to stay in the house so they aren't out, emitting, carbon emissions and driving around and stuff like that. But when society collapses, they're going to cordon off these different neighborhoods and cities, and it's going to be on military time. And you're going to have your, papers, please, to be able to get in. But what's that going to also play into? That digital ID, that MOTB. If you want to come into the cities and deal with the infrastructure, we got to know that you're not a domestic T or an enemy of the state, a rebel.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Hey, because of their pride. And this brings us back earlier into 2 Esdras chapter 15. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. These people walking around in this, godless, prideful mindset out here, thinking that, this is the only life there is. I'm just concerned with getting the bag and filling my own belly. Constantly being in that rebellious nature, especially our people. That is why YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is bringing this judgment, because again, he is angry with the wicked every day. Give me 2 Esdras 8 verse 50 real quick, Baba Kashai.
2 Esdras chapter 8 verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Many great miseries. The famines, the sword, the death, the destruction, the seditions among men, all that is coming from judgment, as the judgment of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI for these, destructive, wicked lifestyles you've been living. And again, earlier in 2 Esdras 15, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is about to touch everybody from one end of the earth unto the other, especially in the United States of America, the bedrock of wickedness.
And the Lord's been super merciful, super patient, gave Jake all kind of warnings, gave Jake this truth, your heritage back, gave Jake the prophets. Okay, the Lord actually sent his messengers out to warn people. And they're like, man, fuck them niggas. All right.
Hey, Bayan, get me, just to back up what the brother Amawah just said, get me 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verses 14 to 16, Baba Kashai. Because just backing up what the brother said, hey, the Most High has been hella merciful. Hey, since Abba Bivens, which was back in the late 60s, early 70s, was on the scene all the way up until now. What's this, about a 50-year period? YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has been telling you, Jakes, what's to come, and has been sending out his prophets, showing his mercy for you to get this word. But until this day, Jake just continues to scoff at the prophets, scoff at the word, and be a goddamn reprobate out here.
Okay, and nobody can say that the Lord didn't have mercy on them, because the Lord even gave us the internet to get this thing out.
And what, if I could say, what did the Most High even do? Even though they were going off and breaking things down, the Most High even took you Jakes as celebrities, like Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, and even Ice Cube, Kendrick Lamar, from rap to the movies to everything, to tell you, Jakes, look, hey, we're the Israelites. But what? Jake continues to not take heed to the word.
Yeah, like the Most High actually, like you said, he gave us the internet. When you read Psalms 19, that goes into the internet. But what the elder was saying earlier, like the different sites, you look at a globe with a bunch of points on it, it creates a web. All right, Esau is using the web for wickedness, the Most High is using it for righteousness. So everything he gave Esau to kill us with, the Most High is actually letting YAHAWASHI use it to save the elect.
And what's it saying in Psalms 19? Their line has gone out throughout and when you're on the internet, what are you? You're online.
You're online. Yeah.
And
Jake has no excuse.
If I could say, I was watching a video to his point. We had a video about so-called UFOs. They were saying that the government had saw so-called black men get off, and then President Reagan made a speech about the speech he made about, do we not also have a UFO presence currently among us? Well, when you think scripturally, who do you think they was talking about? Us, the Israelites.
Hey, Ronald Reagan also said the only thing that can unite the world is an alien invasion, which is 2 Ezra 13 all day. While they're fighting each other, when Yahawashi makes his second coming, they stop fighting each other to try to fight against Yahawashi. And that's how we know we at the end, because these people walking by, I was looking at those Edomites' faces. You would have talked about UFOs 10, 20 years ago, they would have been looked at you with a tinfoil hat. But now they're talking about UFOs in the mainstream news. So it's not such a so-called X-Files idea out there. How much more when the famines come, when the pestilences come, when the power goes out, when it's martial law in the streets of America.
It's World War III.
World War III.
World War III. That's not going to happen. It's happening right now. And who's been talking about it for decades? The prophets, the apostles.
Or they'll say, not in our lifetime.
Yeah.
No, our kids will see that, not us. But we on the brink of it.
I remember, to the brothers that played Halo, you had the characters called the prophets, and there was one line. He was called the prophet of regret. No, it wasn't regret. It was the prophet. It was one of the prophets, but he said, "There are those that said this day would never come. What are they to say now?" Exactly. What does it say in Ezekiel 33, verse 33? And when these things shall come to pass, and lo, they will come, then shall they know a prophet hath been among them. You got that 2 Chronicles,
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 14. It says, moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord Yahweh, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem.
Hey, moreover, all the chief priests and the people, and Jake did that in the past, and what are we seeing? These false prophets in these other camps, these so-called high priests and whatnot, and the people, their followers and their congregation, these just off-doctrine Jakes in general, transgress very much after all the abominations of the heathen, in that 501c3, getting juiced into society, starting soup kitchens or banks, just trying to make a kingdom within a kingdom, and polluted the house of Yahweh, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem, and making my father's house a house of a den of thieves, of merchandise. As it also says in 2 Peter chapter 2, they shall make merchandise of you. They've turned the truth into a brand, something to make money off of, a new fad. It's complete madness out here. Keep going on.
Verse 15 says, and the Lord, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place.
Just backing up this, brother, the Most High has had ultimate mercy on you Israelites out here. As it says, he sent his messengers rising up betimes because he had compassion upon his people. The prophets out here telling you who you are, who your enemies are, of the terrible times to come, and what you can do to get right with your power to be saved. Well, what's it about to say in the very next verse?
Verse 16, it says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets.
Hey, that's Second Ezra chapter 9. When they yet had that time of liberty, you can get that Second Ezra 9 for me, Baba Kashai. Yeah. We just get it on here. Reread that first part again,
Verse 16, it says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets.
Second Ezra 9, chapter 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
And they shall be in pitiful case now, when all these things shall come to pass. The judgments, they're starving, they have no electricity, they get thrown into these concentration camps, they're getting chased by these neo-Nazis, these troops gunning them down. They're going to be in pitiful case when all these prophecies, which the prophets have been telling them would come to pass right before their very eyes, and they're in the midst of it.
Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Hey, he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place by sending his messengers unto them, prophesying this word unto them.
Verse 11, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
Hey, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets. The Most High gave you, the reason the Most High gave a lot of you Jakes a job and a car and an internet connection is to what? See the word on the internet. Yeah. Have money to, have a roof over your head and have a car to what? Be able to go out and listen to the prophets and, come and preach the word yourself, because when you hear this word as an Israelite man, you got to go out and preach that word. As the Apostle Tahar says, hey, there should be a camp on every street corner of America, but what? The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few.
And it reads, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
And that pain to the nerve endings, all this judgment, Jake being engulfed in this horror that YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is about to bring to you. All these little things we've been seeing now with these, Eves getting killed down here, Jake's going missing, getting sold into sex trafficking, getting gunned down. That's nothing compared to the main event, which is quickly coming upon us, and which the brothers has been going into in Second Ezra chapter 15. But finish out that last part, and then you got your precept, brother.
God, this is Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 16. It says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord Yahawah rose against his people till there was no remedy.
And it said Jake was going to be an asshole until the wrath of Yahawah was risen against them, and he rose against his people till there was no remedy. Hey, there was no balm or medication to heal you Jakes from that judgment that YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is about to bring to you. And what did it say in Isaiah chapter 6? Isaiah asked him, how long would they be spiritually blind and deaf? Hey, until the cities were made desolate and there was nothing left. There's going to be a remedy in your death after you know it, after that death by pain, and you come back in the kingdom. Those Hebrew huggies. You got it.
Real quick, just jump in on you, bro. That's what we're going into over there.
Con, that's the spirit.
All right, you niggas, all right, are going to literally, you going to know death personally. Right after you starve and pine away, a lot of you, like the brother said, all right, the Lord going to bring you through some shit over here, man. Like it says Amos. All right, you're going to run from a lion, and a bear going to meet you, and a serpent, man. Yes. All right, and that's going to be different. The different stages the Lord going to get you. A lot of you niggas, a lot of you going to die of famine. Like the brother's going to the 7 stages of famine, dying of famine. The last one, your body goes through a state of eating itself, man. Yes. Your brain, from the inside out, your brain loses the water, you start to hallucinate, seeing shit. All right, and until where you just die, man. A lot of you start going on the stage, you get that Kenyan head, that South African, what is
the
the Ethiopian, what is the name? The name down at start with S, man. You get that Sudan, you get that big ass Sudan head. Like you remember that nigga who tell you get that Sudan head, and that belly start to get big, man. And them arms start to get small. And them fucking flies get to slapping you all against your eyes, man. That's how you get, man. You get to moving like ET and shit. And then you get that T.I. boots and shit around your goddamn mouth, man. That white ring around your goddamn mouth, looking crazy as hell, man. Before you go away, man. Before the Lord kill a lot of you niggas gonna die like that, man. All right.
They won't even have enough strength to say that.
Help me. And them two toes, that big toe, and that toe close to start to do this on you niggas, man. You gonna go out bad, man. A lot of you. Go ahead.
What's the saying? Lamentation. Better are they that are slain by the sword than by hunger.
Yeah, we ran that one over. That's what we brought up.
God.
Lord gonna take a lot of you niggas out like that, man. Down in that famine. The Lord, some of you might get hit with the glizzy. You might fall off the second, third floor, and then niggas is gonna leave you there to just pine away. Hallucinate. I can see some of you niggas hallucinating. You think you see Burger King down the street. There ain't nothing down there. Woods, man.
I think it's Burger King, but it's
Burger King.
It's a wild pack of dogs looking at it.
Yeah. Then the niggas get I know some of you niggas' imagination. Why you niggas gonna start seeing the Chick-fil-A bird? Niggas think they seen that bitch, man. They ain't nothing there. Waving at them. Just like you women, like in the scriptures, a lot of you women gonna eat your children. You gonna think that's that Big Mac with them gold archy fries? Yeah, that's really Tay-Tay. All right, that's Tay-Tay. All right, and little Mimi right there too. She looking like a goddamn McFlurry with extra cookies and cream.
Don't forget about tank top.
All right, and it's all over with from there, man. You niggas gonna wig the fuck out. The Most High gonna, and like I said, he gonna laugh at your calamities, man. He gonna laugh at you niggas when you niggas like Apostle Raquel say. You niggas cutting into Tay-Tay, man. You niggas gonna, I'm telling you niggas, hey, give me the Baruch.
I got
Baruch
that.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Read that, brother.
You gonna start at the top or just 2 and
This
3?
hit 2 and 3. That's on time, huh? I just come on the backboard, brother. I ain't know what you doing shit over there. You know, come on the backboard with it.
That's Baruch chapter 2 and verse 2. To bring upon us great plagues such as never happened under the whole heaven.
And them plagues are coming back. Especially for you Jakes, man. We went over there, we went into what? Shit hitting the goddamn fan, man. All hell breaking loose in society. Okay? Go ahead.
As it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the things that were written in the law of Moses.
What was written in the law of Moses? Some of the same things we're talking about today, man.
Right.
Them curses, them things is happening in the society, happening in you Jakes, man. Pray for you Jakes, because the Lord said he's going to start with you first, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter.
Remember when 50 Cent played that role? That's how you niggas gonna look, just like that, man. How you niggas gonna look? Worse. Somebody get that Kenyan, that little Kenyan boy from off that
watermelon.
That watermelon head. Oh no, the one they called. Please send 58 cents to this little South Kenyan boy. Get that 1-800 number, boy. It's always that one. He got his eyes sinking in.
That verse that he read is that when that happens, it's gonna last for a few years because it's
gonna last for a while. Yeah,
it's gonna last for a few years. Yeah, it's not gonna be it's gonna the EMP gonna come and then chariots are here. No, it's gonna be It's gonna
It's
last
not
a
gonna
while.
be a few years.
It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna be quick though. A while.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like 5 years or a decade or anything
I mean,
like
for
that.
somebody to get so desperate that they want to eat their children, that's
That happens quick.
That's
That's
gonna
quick.
take days, bro. That's gonna take days.
You know what happened over here for the time of Katrina? It happened in less than 4 days.
What's that again?
I say it's the back to brought up to show you how quick it was when all the resources down here in New Orleans collapsed for Katrina. Day 1, everybody was sitting there bullshit. Day 2, water came. Day 3, where this shit at? What is that? Day 5, motherfucker. Day 4, between 4 and 5 people wilding out here.
Yeah, they had a movie called Alive, which is based off a true story about this Peruvian soccer team. The airplane crashed in the Andes Mountains in the snow, and like they were just on a plane, so they didn't have supplies on them. By about the second week, they started eating the dead bodies of their like fellow players. I said,
Yeah, Jacob's trouble is not going to be years. The Lord's coming back to get us. So that's all. It's not going to be years.
It'll be years. That's true, because people don't know about fasting and stuff. They don't know what it is to be hungry.
Yeah, they're going to wild out.
your body can only go like 3 to 4 days without water. So
Yeah, and Esau, I'm gonna tell you this. Esau purposely put convenience stores simultaneously everywhere, gas stations, fast food, to make food convenient for these people to be massaged and think always having it. When they don't have it, when they don't have it no more, what happens? You panic, you stressed out. You know? Go ahead, Al.
quickly.
Okay, this an article going into the body breaking itself down, and it's quick. It don't take long. When you don't eat, you don't have no substance in your body. I'm gonna just start at the mid.
And if I could say too, our food that we eat now is nutrient deficient.
Right.
So that's why you're constantly hungry and you never get really full when you eat.
It says, when faced with starvation, the body fights back. The first day without food is a lot like the overnight fast between dinner one night and breakfast the next morning. Energy levels are low, but pick up with a morning meal. Within days, faced with nothing to eat, the body begins feeding on itself. The body starts to consume energy, stores carbohydrates, fats, and then protein parts of the tissue. It says, the metabolism slows, the body cannot regulate its temperature, kidney function is impaired, and the immune system weakens. When the body uses its reserve to provide basic energy needs, it can no longer supply necessary nutrients to vital organs and tissues. The heart, lungs, ovaries, and testes shrink, muscles shrink, and people feel weak. Body temperature drops and people can feel chilled. People become irritable and becomes difficult to concentrate. It says, once protein stores start getting used, death is not far. You're consuming your own muscle, including the heart muscle. In the late stages of starvation, people can experience hallucinations, convulsions, and disruptions in heart rhythm. Finally, the heart stops. So this is within a 7 to 10 day period.
You know, looking like that, man. This is the one right here. This is the famous one. Send $1.25 to the starving kids. That's how you get to looking. That one right there. You see that, ain't?
So so spiritually, there's a difference between hunger and fasting, because you can fast for 7 days and not have it. You know, fasting is healing. Right,
You got to build up to it though, like how brothers will fast. They may start 1 day, then move to 2 days. That's why we're praying and fasting now, to build up, because you know some of us will go without food for a couple of days. But compare that to somebody who's never done it a day in their life. A half a day, they're gonna be on insanity mode, ready to start jugging and
Most people never went 24 hours without food. The majority of these people
with nothing to drink.
And they have no discipline. They're not spiritual at all. Then when it happens, they're not gonna know why it's happening. They're just gonna be bugged out.
No power.
No power.
Hey, these people are so relying on Walmart. Not Walmart. That's another one. Wendy's. They can go get a 4 for $4 easy.
I've seen it.
You know. That shit. When that happens, what happens when that shit runs out? You don't have it.
They don't think about that running out. They just think it's gonna always be
Hey,
there.
look at it. They ain't nothing but, like in the words of this brother, they nothing but a bunch of fats running around here. Everybody is fat, overweight. They eating. They overly eating. Right?
You also got to consider when you panic, your body starts overproducing cortisol. You start bugging out. You have all these negative hormones. When you fast, you're not panicking. Like, you're not wondering what's going on. You're intentionally going without food. So it's a completely different story. Even when these things happen to us, we're gonna know why it's happening. We're not operators out worth that number. The elect is not gonna be freaking out like, oh my God, what's going on? We know exactly why it's happening. We know exactly why it's happening and what's coming next, which is salvation. So even starvation for us, getting taken to a concentration camp, anything that we've read about, when it happens in front of our face, it's like, okay, the Lord's about to come back.
That's the sense of comfort that the Lord sent to us.
God.
Nobody gonna know why none of this happening. We even got accounts in the scriptures, all right, that tell you when, like David and not David, Daniel in the lion's den. Okay, different things of that nature. Hey, angels bringing food.
Elijah
Elijah
with the ravens.
So, day 7, I ain't ate. But Lord, he got me some kind of way. Some kind of way.
Yeah, there's no scripture where a man of the Lord is going to starve to death.
My servant shall
I'm
eat.
holding that, but yeah. Guess who else knows what's going to happen and why? You niggas. All you niggas that fell out the truth, all right, that couldn't be brothers, y'all are going to know when you starving, like, the Lord is doing this to me.
When the chip comes.
Yeah. Yeah. Inside.
They gonna pine away.
You're going to be begging this. And it's Isaiah 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus said Yahawah, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
And it's going to get worse than you just hungry and thirsty. Let me get this to back you up. This is Jeremiah 19:9. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat everyone the flesh of his friends. In the siege, friends shall fight one against another like enemies. In the siege, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, and straightness wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them.
I look at a documentary long ago. They had some shit that happened over there around the time of World War II. It was something around that time. They had starvation going on. They said out the whole town, the town would be like a ghost town. They had this one fat dude running around, running after people. So in order to keep him fat, what he was doing? He they said he was big and fat. He was chasing, he was running you down, running people down, attacking you, and he would start putting them he put them fangs on your ass right there on the spot.
But he had them perfect teeth too.
Oh yeah, he had them perfect teeth. Like all them fat niggas do, man.
Hey, working on the teeth. When you look into the history of World War II and just the atrocities that happened to it, that was a pre-Jacob's trouble, because they had the siege of Leningrad, where cannibalism happened, the Bataan Death March. They called World War II the War of No Mercy. That was the nickname for it.
Yeah, World War III is going to be worse.
Exactly.
Scripture says it's going to be a time like no other. So, man, you're not the truth.
Cannibalism is coming, man.
Quickly.
Cannibalism is. What do you got? Some of that shit you be drinking?
I never got that
Wild turkey.
Wild turkey.
He gonna be a wild turkey.
He gonna be a wild boy, man.
He got them chicken wings. Look at his arm. He got them wings.
Look, he wilding up.
Yeah, I got a precept.
What you got?
Lamentations 4:10. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people.
God.
That's coming back, man.
God.
That's coming back. These women, what's going to happen?
Read
with
verse
these,
9 too.
What's happening with these women? These women don't have zero faith, nor do they know what's going on, what's going to happen in this society, man. So when this society collapses and breaks, they're going to lose it. They're going to fucking lose it, man. Right along with what's the nigga name? Woe? He made the song Woe.
Oh, Black Rob.
He one of them with Black Rob right there. Nigga gonna lose it. This nigga laughing and sniggering and giggling what we talking about with his woman. Nigga Black Rob, you gonna die again. This nigga just died. You gonna die again, Black Rob. Talk to your shit. He gonna be a woe. nigga. You want to laugh and play? You come past here the first time with them big saddlebag eyes. Look like you going to California. You ain't got bags on you got luggage under your fucking eyes, man. You won't laugh, now you gonna come back and laugh. Nigga, fuck you niggas, man. Why we talking? You niggas gonna die when all hell breaks loose.
I was gonna say.
Niggas like that.
Good laugh at it.
It's gonna say, very next line it says, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, niggas like that. Nigga, I hope people on the street and bam bam for the Flintstone hit you in your fucking head. You and your bitch, man. Go ahead, brother.
Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of
Niggas
heart.
like that, they gonna cry for sorrow of heart. Because you didn't believe when it was time, when the prophets and teachers on the highways and byways teaching.
When they had liberty.
Yeah, in the summer, in the winter, all right, in the spring, in the fall, all season when the men of the Lord was out here teaching, you was somewhere walking by.
Chuckling.
With your boo.
With your boo chuckling. Laughing.
With no ankles.
Yeah. Looking like that nigga that put them jalapenos on his eyes. All right? Trying to make them bags go away. That's you, nigga. You was bullshit. You was laughing. You know? You was like this nigga over here too. This nigga's been playing that shit. Oh, what kind of battery he got in that bitch, brother. Go ahead.
It says, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
You hear them niggas holler. How them niggas holler? Ah, woo! Yeah, some niggas gonna be hollering. That's how you niggas gonna get down, man. Yeah. You gonna hear that goggling? Cause that blood and hit the windpipe.
That's the best part.
You know? Niggas losing consciousness. That other nigga, that Halalyam nigga, he gonna die right on that bike. Still standing up. He remind me that nigga.
The tire will still be spinning with his dead body.
It's gonna be like that pedal going down.
Gonna be on, brother.
It's gonna be stuck.
They gonna be dying just like that. You know?
That's what, hey, we gotta bring this one back, guy.
Yeah, that old famous one, man. Oh, yeah.
Here it is. Fucking ad.
Yeah, a lot of you gonna get that, man. And a lot of you scoffers gonna get that. That nigga chicken wing with the dancing dogs. That other black ass nigga
gonna be eating his guts out.
That other black ass nigga that be playing he be playing what that is?
Gospel music.
Gospel music and shit. He gonna die right in that right on that fucking Milk Creek, man.
With the rainbow hat on.
He's just
umbrella
gonna,
hat on.
he's just gonna
With the umbrella hat.
just lunch over.
Yeah, but they be talking to Halalyam and fucking what the other Allah, but ain't nobody say when they about to die. Oh Allah, oh Halalyam. What did he say? Oh Jesus,
Oh,
my God.
Lord,
Jesus.
oh Lord. Nigga died.
Oh Halalyam.
Oh, hell is a lot. Hey, this nigga come with the tall cap on. This nigga showed us a picture. This nigga showed us a picture. This nigga just in the water, like up to the neck,
Like this.
tread.
That's crazy, bro.
He showed us that nigga
What was the
had
point of that,
a
like?
big ass. This nigga had a big pole with a flag on it. See, this my Lord. What did he say? Some shit. This him right here.
This is King Solomon or whatever the
It's
fuck.
crazy, man.
Madness. I got one to back that though. This is the book of Judges, chapter 10. Chapter 10, verse 14. Matter of fact, 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry to the gods which ye have chosen.
Say, go cry to Halalyam, nigga. You know, go to Muhammad. Go to Buddha. How can a fat nigga save you, man? Just sit there all
Can't
day,
even lose weight.
Indian style, with a big ass Kool-Aid smile. How can he save you? Yeah. How can he? Come on, man. Morbidly obese motherfucker at that, man. A fat.
A real fat. The
A real
original
life
fats.
fat, man.
The original fats.
Sweet Jesus. This nigga can't save a goddamn body, man. Sweet Jesus, he in the Cayman Islands right now, man. laying up with some other bitch.
Hey, Jesus ain't saved you niggas for the last 500 years,
Yeah,
so he ain't
at
gonna
all,
do it
man.
now.
At all, ain't done a goddamn thing, man. He really wasn't doing nothing when Esau had you in the chokehold, man, kicking you in your ass. Yeah, he go right there.
Right there, he can't say
That shit right there. Shit right there, man.
Timing was too perfect.
Jesus.
The Lord's
Timing was too
For the
perfect.
Lord, I'm at the low side up there, boy. He playing man, big old games, man. See this nigga right now. Every time.
Jesus walked by.
That flow from aggressive dropped the nigga off right there. Pop the nigga up, man.
That was hilarious.
This nigga the thrasher. He on the phone. Jesus on the phone in the thrasher sweater, man. That's right. Go in the pyramid, man.
With some Nikes on.
To get white boy wasted, man. You know?
Yeah, the both sides are incredible, man.
I'm talking about every time, all time. Yeah. Some example passes us up, man.
Yes.
Go ahead, huh?
It says, "Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you."
Let them niggas deliver you, man, in the time of what we're talking about. All hell breaking loose, man. All right? I want to see the white boy come save you niggas, man. Because he ain't coming. I'm telling you he ain't coming, man. When all the ladders, the glizzies, all that shit come out, he ain't gonna save you niggas, man. I want to see Haile Selassie come and say, he gotta come on that same bike, telling him. On Gear 5, coming to get you niggas, man. That nigga Polite gotta come out of jail too. You niggas got your hopes and dreams. That nigga in jail, man. Well, once again, from busting a cosmic nut on a little girl, man. Shooting ropes. Literally. All over the room. They said they found all type of evidence. This nigga DNA. Nigga can't get past Dana, boy. DNA get your ass every time. That nigga, boy, that nigga went Kimmich for real. God damn, all you conscious niggas, come on, why you couldn't predict that, man? All right? You niggas got all you black conscious niggas, man.
Well, his God is the black woman, so she got to deliver you out of prison, man.
Black woman 1, black woman 2, black woman 3, all them fucking wives you got, man. Them black, you see them? Them bitches look like something from Truck Turner, a Black Exploitation's goddamn film. This bitch got the Rona's afro. You see that bitch? This crazy, man. And wearing them leather suits. All of them sit down at the same time. And you see that shit? And one time on the video, I said, God damn. Huh?
Go ahead. The scripture says that in that day, 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. How is that gonna be? How is that gonna happen if the lights is all out, everybody running around crazy, killing, you know what I'm saying, running them up? How is the Lord gonna differentiate his elect from so that these women can see like, oh, these men are chosen.
Hey, you worrying too much about the women, all right? Just worry about your salvation.
No, I'm not saying the women. I'm not
With the women's situation.
I'm not talking about the women.
It wasn't for the kingdom, though, man.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Just like the elect are preordained to make it, there are elect women out there that are being preserved right now that the brothers are going to run into them. And somehow it's going to play out. And, the brothers will be able to read their spirit and know that they, take them unto them.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, it's not about the women. I'm talking about how is the Lord going to differentiate us, set us apart where people are going to see, oh, wait, these guys are
we're going to be alive.
We have that now, as it says in Isaiah 33:6, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding shall be the stability of thy times. And Isaiah 59, when the enemy come in like a flood, I will set up that standard for you. There's going to be a complete difference between a man of the Lord and just a regular nigga out here.
Yeah, because they're going to be dead. This is Isaiah chapter 13. That too. Chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So you're going to see, it's going to be obvious who the Lord's dealing with, because first of all, we're going to be alive. We're at that number. But also we're going to have the wisdom, like the brother said, in Isaiah 33:6, that's going to be allowing us to maneuver. Jake's not going to maneuver through this.
You're going to have certain so-called women that are preserved for us. Then you're going to have, then the Lord, I'm going to say this, the Lord got in remote villages, around the world, you know, also virgins that's gonna be subject unto us, man. So it is what it is. Like we're not even at this point. I'm just trying to make it.
It's just
I ain't even worrying about
the brothers and
fucking
myself
women,
making it.
It's gonna be obvious too, cause like you said, we're not gonna be stressing. So it's gonna be an obvious thing. We're gonna see it on.
Yeah, if you see society collapsing, you see
You're
somebody that's
laughing.
totally like laughing,
You're
totally
laughing at
calm.
somebody on the ground shaking like that.
Yeah, like
And like I said this too, when society collapses, you a sick motherfucker if you're gonna be worrying about. I'm gonna just say it in the best way, honey crunching and that day.
Them sugar walls.
Yeah, trying to get in them. Yeah, trying to get draws and that. You gonna be crazy as a motherfucker.
But anyway, this should be nasty.
Yeah, because what is
No showers.
Isaiah the 3rd chapter tell you what condition the women gonna be. You ain't gonna be thinking about that shit, man.
And if I
stink.
Yeah, you gonna be stinking and shit.
one thing, you know, you're around long enough. We've had people come up to us and other brothers that are giving the counsel, just random people come up and say, I don't know what it's about you guys, but you got a glow around you. So if that's now, how much more
In that day.
in that day? It's going to be
Evident.
self-evident who the men of the Lord are. Abaratazah, we call that
Then when you
number.
read the biggest thing about it too, because these women in society, we consider lame in society. What we're doing, they don't want to fuck with us. But in that day, it's gonna be women that gonna say, we gonna want to take on your name. And what it say?
I got it.
Eat our own bread,
Yeah.
This,
wear our own apparel.
Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women, where 7 is just a complete number, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah.
These women have a reproach, man. They're the biggest traitors, they're the biggest haters of the Most High. We were saying earlier, right before camp, they embolden these punks. They embolden Jake to be a sodomite. They're all about feminism. They're all about idolatry.
They're all about this society.
They're all about this world. What does it say in James 4:4? If you love this world, you are enemy of the Most High. So if the so-called black woman is an enemy of the Most High, the majority of them are gonna die, man. So, like the elder said, there's some that are reserved, really preserved for the men of the Lord, but that's for us.
And a lot of that come your way, you're going to get that Heisman on.
Yes.
Like, get
Most of them.
And that reproach gonna be that they're gonna want that Jacob trouble to go away, man. The only ones that gonna have the ability to do that is the men of the Lord, man. They're gonna be wanting to become just like we want, and we desire to be under the wings of YAHAWASHI. They're gonna want and have the desire to be under who? Under us, man. All right, but like I said, the most thing is to make sure you make it.
Right.
Fuck these women, man. The wife, the woman, the girl. You gotta get right with the Most High first, man. You can't worry about Sally Sue, Mama, Uncle, Daddy. I'm trying to get me right and hope that they gonna fall suit under that somewhere, some way, somehow. But you gotta get right first. That's why it don't make. I tell you, brothers, all the time. You having a girlfriend, a woman, a wife, a boo thing, a side piece. Fuck that, man. Make sure you don't even have to be teaching them. Just make sure you get it. You get in line and get in order. All that other shit gonna fall in line. And like I said, I've been around the truth a while. And like I said, I take this with the apostle say, man, as long as you get it straight, you don't have to worry about your woman. Your woman only gonna get under the vibration of you. Right?
My question had nothing to do with
No. I'm just speaking in general because it's obvious that happened for somebody behind the screen to get it, or somebody out here to get it. You got to get you together. You got to have an intimate relationship between you and the Most High, with these scriptures, with this knowledge, with the Hebrew, everything has to come and follow suit. When it comes to mama, daddy, my brother, my sister, hey man, let it fall where they may.
chips fall where they may.
You know, if the Lord wants to kill my mama, so be it. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep this. I gotta keep doing this. Now, if I want to, and hope for her to be delivered and saved, I gotta keep doing this, and hope the Most High grants her to fall under the suit, under the banner.
It says that if you want your family to make it, you gotta make it. They're gonna make it off the strength of you making it.
Your woman and whatever, the chick that you like and you digging and desire, you gotta do this. Other than that, if it don't happen, they gonna perish, man. You know? It is what it is. we gotta keep on pushing, despite whatever may happen, whatever falls. You gotta keep pushing. You want them to make it, and which we're gonna get them back in the kingdom anyway.
In their perfect form.
Yeah, their perfect form. We're gonna get them back anyway, man, in the kingdom. All right? Just like the elect gonna get many things. Like I say, they're gonna have certain, like, no, they're gonna have women preserved for brothers, man. Virgins. All right, never been tampered with. Never got to see the eyes of section red, man.
That still blush.
All right,
that still blush when they get
when they see real women. These women over here, man, they didn't have the Cardi Reds or Cardi B's. They didn't have the section Reds, the Glorrillas, Megan Thee Stallion, and them. It threw, man. Ice Spice shit, they threw, man. Let me leave that alone. But go ahead. I'm gonna leave that shit alone. We're gonna go a little bit more, and then we can get a couple more hours, and we're gonna.
I know you were holding something.
I read it.
Oh, you read it? Any brothers had any? You got something? Then we'll go to that second Esdras 15 and read that 19. And shit. What you got, Kushab?
This is the backup what the elder brother was saying about this come on the forefront, and then everything else take care of itself. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahawah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you."
Point blank, period. Seek it.
Because I want to say one thing. The Lord tell you, He gonna give us what our heart desire, man. He gonna give us our heart desire in that thing. And what's also the proof to back up this I believe First Corinthians, the 7th chapter. Because guess what? Unbelieving wife can be saved. Can
saved by the husband.
Can be saved by the husband. Same thing for the unbelieving husband can be saved by a believing woman, right?
But what's that predicated upon? They're saved upon the strength of those that believe.
Yeah. So you gotta believe. You gotta actually have faith and do the works, man. All those other things gonna handle itself when they handle it, man. You just gotta keep pushing. All right?
And what did Yahawashi tell Peter in Matthew 19? Peter asked, "What shall we receive for giving up everything for you?" He said, "You're gonna receive houses, lands, families, wives, brothers, sons, all back 100-fold in its perfection." So as long as you get straight, as long as you make it, however it plays out, you getting everything back. Everything you lost, you're getting it back. That's a no-brainer right there. But you got to make it first. You got to concern yourself with the brothers and yourself. Make everybody that's fighting for Yahawah bahasham, YAHAWASHI being straight before anything else.
That's why you gotta block out all that white noise from your friends, your family, and society. You gotta have the mind of you gotta have the mind of an elephant. Elephant don't concern the thoughts of a fucking ant. All right? Because why? The elephant is bigger than the ant. The elephant will crush the ant. I don't give a fuck what these niggas. I'm doing this, man. Because I got family members that talk shit. Fuck them. I've been him. Don't be. Fuck them people, man. I'm gonna be whatever they say I am anyway. If I even sit here, and give a damn about their thoughts, I'm through. Fuck them people, man.
Worried about what niggas think.
They gonna say whatever they gonna say anyway, man.
They said that about the Lord.
They said that shit about the Lord, man.
Gonna die anyway.
Huh?
Say they gonna die anyway.
They gonna die anyway. Like the brother said, they gonna die any goddamn way. So why
what's a
even
dead man's opinion?
Yeah, what's a dead man's opinion? I'm gonna do this. Hey, when I was in the world with them niggas said all type of shit about me. Behind your goddamn back and all that. Hey man, fuck them people, man. I've been whatever, I've been weird, I've been him. I've been on this, like I said, I was on this unknowingly on the weird shit. Economics and the economy. And I was weird to them niggas in the eyes back then. I've been spiritual, but like I said, not according to the knowledge of the Most High.
Jake think you weird if you eat vegetables, man.
Yeah, niggas throw it off.
Anything you do to better yourself or lead toward life, Jake look at you like that's corny, that's weird, that's lame.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. Put a salad in front of a nigga's face. Put some guacamole in front of a nigga. Nigga get what the fuck is You see niggas?
You eat white people food, nigga.
Yeah, that's white people food.
Hey, I had some of that boathouse. You know that green goodness? Boy, nigga wigged out. What the fuck you do? You know, which is green is a spiritual color, man.
Yeah.
The Most High, I think that's the Most High's favorite color, I believe, man.
Yeah, barrel.
The green, huh?
Barrel.
Yeah. You know? So, hey, man, it is what it is. Let them niggas talk. They're going to talk any goddamn way, whether you doing the right thing or the wrong. Let you be out here in the world, peeled up, drugged up. Niggas going to talk shit about you. Look at it. Look. Look how I got the nigga. Told you. If you in the world and you in this world doing the spirit, they going to talk, man. Let them talk all the way down to Wisdom Solved in the 5th chapter. Let them talk all the way there when they can really talk and see you getting beamed up. And they ain't grown in the anguish of spirit, man. The hell with niggas, man.
Matthew 10, 32, 33. This is Red Letter Social. YAHAWASHI speaking.
I got family members that don't fuck with me behind the truth. And watch the videos. Okay? You can tune in every other week or so and get a laugh. That nigga smiling, blowing weed, watching the video, talking shit about me. What y'all give a damn, man? Fuck you too. And you can call me up about it too. And I'm gonna tell you again, fuck you too, man. It is what it is. Give a damn, but you know what come with that too. An ass whooping come with that. Nigga. You niggas, you know that. I'll pull up, hey man, you can smell my cologne, nigga. Isn't me out again? I'll whoop your ass. Go ahead, brother. Niggas is crazy, bro. Hey, we got enemies in the truth too. So-called brothers. Hey man, the niggas enemies, man. We got family members, enemies behind this, man. Hey, I can't, hey man, the Lord, I ain't choose the truth. The truth chose me, brother, you know. And I can't help, this brother can't help that every weekend we got, you just do, this naturally, it becomes a natural thing. Yeah, y'all can go through. Go ahead, brother.
Am I reading 22 real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
This same Matthew chapter 10, verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth unto the end shall be saved.
Hey, getting hated comes with this truth. Hey, as it says in Sirach chapter 2, my son, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Losing things you care about, you know, going through physical ailments, mental ailments, everything that can't go wrong probably will go wrong. As the apostles have been, as the apostles always talk about, Apostle Tahar saying, you got to become happy with suffering, pretty much. Like, you got to expect it to come, and you know, get used to it. So when it comes, it's just, that's just like drinking water. I knew it was gonna go to shit.
And when something goes wrong in your life, the greatest thing is how you respond to it. Right. Those dudes fold, pack up and go home, and the men continue to go down that path, man. Because like I said, what's the feeling of coming this far? Because you gotta understand, the same way you started off at the starting line and got this far, you look back, the starting line is still far too. Why leave off? You might well just keep on going and see how the story ends, man.
Especially seeing the chariots, seeing the MOTV right around the corner, World War III in the news.
But guess what? At the end of the day, each and last one of you, the Lord chose you. Guess what? You was out there in the world doing, Lord knows what the fuck what you was doing. And all of a sudden, out of no, like just like my story, just like this brother's story, and every apostle and every other brother around Babylon in the world, I didn't choose this. I was just searching for a truth. I knew this shit was a lie, and voila, the Lord chose me.
I was a Christian going to an all-white church my whole life.
Yeah, and it just is what it is.
Here I am.
Here you is. On the greatest stage there are. Like some of us, NBA, NFL, hopes and dreams. This is the real NBA right here. This is the real NFL right here, man.
These are the finals.
These are the, and we in the finals. Game 7.
Yep.
All right. This is it. This is the last quarter. 2 minutes on the clock. We're fucking 2 minutes on the clock, man. All right. it's it, man.
22.
And like I said, the Lord chose us out of every other. It's 7. It's what? Then they say now 8 billion people on earth. Out of 8 billion people, the Lord chose you. And just to simply come out here and teach the word, be amongst the administrative prophets on a Saturday, man.
And what does it say in Sirach chapter 3? What's up?
He looked at this.
Thou knowest more than most men, roughly paraphrasing. We literally got the answers to what reality is.
Yeah.
That's enough.
The who, what, why, when, and where.
He like to eat in my room.
You look like, man. We'll leave that there. You got that back in chapter 2. You look like
Mad Burlington Swan, man.
You look like you just got through expelling some. You look dehydrated.
Yeah.
He like to do. I popped. He like to do that. Say that shit. Popped him. Pop one of them things. Go ahead, brother.
It's St. Matthew 10, jumping down to 32. And this is in red letters, like the brother said.
So YAHAWASHI is speaking directly to you on this. This is YAHAWASHI saying this.
Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
You're not taking up that cross and counting the cost. As you brought out in that Isaiah, hey, your first and foremost thing being YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI, not being concerned with the opinions of your family members, your loved ones, or the world in general. Not taking a step back or compromising yourself for anything, but staying true to YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI and preaching this word unto the end, whatever that may be for you. The Most High.
I'm gonna say this too, because you got cats out there, they're really ashamed of the Most High. They don't want to wear a goddamn garment, at least a garment down to the foot. You want to wear a goddamn bullshit ass cotton t-shirt halfway up to your waistline, or no garment at all. You got certain cats, I'm gonna speak on them, they don't want to get on fucking camera, man. They want to go teach on the other side of town behind rooms to go. In the receiving and shipping line. All right? Talking about you niggas, man. You really ashamed of the Lord. You said you I'm gonna run into boss man. Man, fuck boss man. I cuss his ass out and be back at work on Monday, man.
People are slaves, man.
Yeah.
If you believe in the Bible, you have to know your heathen boss, he's really your property. You're gonna own him in the kingdom. Why are you?
Yeah.
He came into your life just so you
But
can see who my slave's gonna be.
Right there on the plantation. What you say? Because we got a guy. When he pray, he pray that. You know, I'm gonna have that motherfucker, man. Hey, all right, look, this gonna be the logo of the kingdom right there.
He better do this too.
You know, and he got a big fat back, man. I'm gonna put a Google map on him with Siri. I'm gonna get you, hey man. Hey brother, excuse me, brother. I'm just on fire.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Go ahead, brother.
That's the spirit. Hey,
go ahead.
Whatever you gotta say.
Go ahead, brother. I'm just,
hey,
you know.
What was it saying? Revelation chapter 12. They love not their lives. Hey, we fuck the boss, fuck the job, fuck the woman, fuck everything but YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI. If you're gonna die on a sword, this is the sword to die on, because you're gonna receive everything back in the kingdom. You're gonna be of that elect number. You're gonna be the rulers of the world to come. Man.
Hey man, you could be. That's a hard. You can literally right now on a Saturday at 8:07 be that guy, man.
Be a cuck.
A fucking cuck and a simp. Letting your woman come out half motherfucking naked, double cheeked up
with the
on a
only
Saturday,
fans.
man. With a nobody.
Look like a potato.
How you showing your body? You ain't got no body.
Yeah.
This place gotta go, man.
Exactly.
You people have to die. That's the conclusion of the matter.
Yeah.
All the unfaithful shall die
Bullshit,
in their
man.
faithfulness. Damn.
That's
Legs are literally toothpaste.
That's how it is, man. Come on, man.
Same pseudo. But
Y'all stupid. Bro. Come on. Oh, brother, y'all gotta stop.
Crazy.
Come on, brother, y'all gotta stop. Man.
That's the people. That's the people you're worried about the opinions of.
Yeah,
A damn Planet of the Apes extra.
Yeah.
But again, the whole end of the matter, the beginning, the middle, the end of the matter is to stay faithful and firm in Yahawah bahasham YAHAWASHI. Take rolling with the punches and enduring everything that comes your way. Because at the end of the day, what did YAHAWASHI say? Hey, I'm gonna preach you before. YAHAWASHI is up in the heavens right now, constantly saying, "Hey, Father, look at what my men are doing." Look at what my men are doing. But for anything you give that up for, Yahawashi is going to turn his back on you, which is what Yahawah turning his back on you. That you could get him on camera. That's what you could be doing on a Saturday night.
That nigga might throw a jacket. He might throw a jacket over his
head. That's what I thought about. Oh, Romeo type.
He's going to throw his body on there.
Just jump on the puddle, man. Walk over me.
I'll catch a grenade for you, ass nigga.
He the nigga that's throwing pebbles at a window at night and confessing his faults to her. Man.
He got the boombox.
He got a sign. I love you.
He got the Mexicans. He got Issachar playing the mariachi while he telling her, he reading the letter to my how you love her.
And a naked nigga opened the window and saying, "What's that noise in your woman's room?"
You know.
After you see what are those stains on the window? I'll leave that. Ropes on the window. Romeo, fair Romeo. Romeo.
Lord mercy.
Exactly. But she could
Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
You need to let that go. Right? That bitch like she died last week, man. You know, niggas, these niggas is crazy. Like I said, I be saying y'all, bro, these niggas is crazy out there, man. He don't need to hold fast. He need to let that go. No, it's true, bro. These niggas out here, like, he's ready to throw his jacket in a puddle. You see that? You see that bitch eyes? You see that?
Like she ain't had no eyes.
Yeah,
no forehead, no
eyebrows.
It's all eyebrows.
She was a thumb.
And like I said, he's ready to kill about that shit too.
She was a thumb. She was this with some eyes, some googly eyes on her.
A thumb with eyelashes. She sipping behind a thumb with eyelashes. This is the shit the prophet saw and they got sick. Like
he looking at us like, oh yeah, I know the nigga ain't looking at my bra. No, we laughing at your bra.
We laughing at you.
And you gotta let her. You gotta hold her stomach out, man. And she fat with no waistline. All right.
Chick simping for thumbs, man.
You know. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation.
Hey, to rule him with that rod of iron. What, to receive that crown in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, to have that memorial that these are the men that stood firm in my Father's name. To get the many
that rod of iron and with that man torpedo too. We're gonna go through you goddamn you women that love Jake. We're gonna get you too, man. All right, right in the kingdom.
They're gonna get what they want too.
Yeah, you gonna get that too, man. You Edomite women, you Chinese women, long time. You gonna long time all day. You gonna have a field day. Arab women, we gonna get you too. All right.
Y'all covered up for nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all coming up out of that.
Yeah, we gonna be the ones that rip you out the plastic or rip you out them goddamn clothes, man. Right in the kingdom. All right. And I'm talking about, hey man, y'all love Jake, man. All right, hey, I seen some couple shit this past week. Every time you ask them, what's your ideal man? What do you want? Real, you really want to know? Yes, I really want to know. And it don't never fails. They want something tall, dark, and handsome, man. You know? They want something tall, dark, and handsome.
So a video where they asked a white girl what kind of man she want. all white women, and they all said you gotta be black.
Yeah. Hey, man, at the end of the day, it's already, even in our Lord's state, it's already designed, it's set up for Jake. If the world wants Jake, man. The world wants Jake. Really, the world wants Jake to rule.
Hey, the earnest expectation of the creation is the manifestation of the sons of God.
Come on, man. We are the salt of the earth. We, in our Lord's state, we still a man. All right?
Hey, if a poor, your favorite one, if a poor man is honored in I don't. There's some brothers' precepts you don't want to butcher.
Now, real quick, like I said, even in our Lord's state, look at us, man. We made this society thrive and move and shake, man. Even at the bottom, in the ghettos, the slums, at the worst of the worst, all nations want to be us, man. All nations, women want a Jake. Okay? I just seen some type of motherfucking some gallop where Jake was modeling. Every time, boy. Every time. You have a white man come out there, he's walking, and women still talking. Nobody paying attention. Boy, Jake come down that goddamn runway, and then he do this. He bust that goddamn shirt on. It go Jason Waterfalls in that motherfucker, man. Every time. So imagine, this part about the scripture. Imagine us in our right minds, righteous, man, with power and authority, man. Come on, man. Boy, we're gonna be like, boy, they gonna do this to King David. Let that thing bust off the goddamn bar. Hey, brother. Jacob was wild, though, bro.
In the kingdom,
they were wild.
In the kingdom, Jake gonna need some long, wide garments, some thick garments.
Yeah.
We'll leave that there.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have a motherfucker come and flag the poke that goddamn thing.
Jake gonna need a belt around the garment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around the pat, that gird around the paps.
Yeah. You need a bat you want to have a bat to beat them off, to get them off us, man.
Hey, if you think they bird watching that?
Yeah.
Lumber
hey,
shopping.
Man. Lumber shopping, all that shit, man.
Hey, the Most High brought another example. Look right there.
There you go. That's crazy. You can't wait for the kingdom.
Come on, man. Hey, boy, the Lord on the road at night, man. He on the road at night, man. I don't give a damn. Woo. That's the same one.
Yeah, they changed clothes.
Yeah,
Got rid of the baby.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches?
Yeah. So if we honor right now in poverty, all right. All of them, they want to dress like us, they want to talk like us, they want to look like us. They want the women want to be with us. How much more in
women
riches?
want to be like our women.
Yeah, that too. How much more, and when we get the real power of the heavens, from the heavens and the earth, to rule, to have power and dominion, right? So we're gonna really be great, man. It really is not even about the fucking women. It's about, come on, man, you gonna get your ass, you gonna get your ass, get up on your ass, man.
That's a nigga from Blade.
What?
Oh, the nigga from Blade.
You remember?
Yeah.
Wesley.
Come on, man.
Oh, no. That's a real Wesley. Goddamn chicken shit.
Yeah.
Down the jam bone, that hair bone. Get up, goddamn pussy. That's the real Wesley.
Bro, he looked just like him.
He sounds just like him too. Yeah, the lip too. He had that thing on his leg.
He died in what, 3?
Niggas doing
They brought his ass. He never died. He died, but they brought his ass back. He got the lips in it.
Oh, the Lord, wow.
That star was there. It was in. It moved. It already moved up further. The last 40 seconds I looked up at it, it already moved up farther.
That's not
Never
star.
been there before.
Right
I don't remember ever seeing that.
It was on town.
Yeah, I've been looking up there. I ain't even see that joint, brother.
I've never seen that.
It used to like
It was right there.
right
like,
there.
Where the B at?
Mhm.
The letter B, it was right there. Now it's over there. All right. I just paid attention to that shit the whole time. You know? Literally, like his brother ain't bullshit. It was way over there.
And in like the last minute, it moved up even farther towards the tip of that building.
That's not a star either.
That's brother angels, man.
You tell
It's
that's
no
not a
moon.
star.
Yeah,
We gonna discuss.
Kind.
Sirach 10 and 31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
Esau's own women don't even want him on this side.
Yeah.
And it says, what does it say? His widows shall not lament for him.
Yeah,
The only reason, Esau's got, because Esau's in power. But besides that, if he lost that power, nobody wants this piece of shit. He's a piece of shit right now. He's losing his power. So once he's in poverty, as I said, but him that is dishonored in riches, how much more in poverty? You're going to be the worst fucking thing going. Nobody in the kingdom's going to want to emulate an Edomite.
I'm gonna say this too. Right at the cuffs of ancient Rome going down. All right, when Septimius and Varus and them took it down, what started to happen? What started happening prior to that? Jake started getting with them women, man. You know, Jake. That's another
sign.
That's another sign that your society going down. When what? When your women start to get with who? Other nations, man.
Hey, let me read this for you. This is dealing with the Roman Empire. This is from Blacks in Antiquity, and it's on page 164. And this is dealing with, you know how they have theaters and plays? This was a popular play that would always go through. A favorite subject in Roman mimes was adultery. Nothing new under the sun. Ovid speaks of the popularity of the mime in which the stupid husband is duped by an artful wife. What were we going into earlier? These comedy shows show the man as a retard while the wife, the artful wife, saves the day. In which the stupid husband is duped by an artful wife and her lover. Let's see who that lover was. Another mime theme developed, the faithless wife's attempt to seduce her slave. Since crossing between whites and blacks received notice from the satirists, and white mothers of dark or black children accused of adultery pleaded maternal impression, a very fertile imagination would not be required to produce a hilarious mime on the adultery theme involving Ethiopians. What that was pretty much saying is those Roman Edomite women were having so many Jake babies that they would say, I just looked at the slave and the baby came out black. It happened so much they made comedy plays about it. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, just like on Light.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You just did his thing.
I'm
I'm
that
the
David
best.
Pappy. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been an ongoing, even from the time of slavery. All right. That's where I'm gonna say this too. That's where the term pimping come from. All right. The Jake men that were slaves, when a slave owner was going off to market to go get some more slaves, the Judite man started pimping on that wife, man. Why he was pimping on her to get her to pop up, to get her to get on her husband to start whooping on him and the other slaves so hard. And what happened with the wife? Start popping out them goddamn Jake babies, man. All right, the same thing goes for our women. All right, our women started to do what? Find massa. They get him on the side of the road, or get with him to start whipping on everybody else, man. We know through what? The act of sex. Right, but that thing really started happening with the Jake men. The Jake men was pimping on them white girls, man. Because the white women really rule their husband. They I see this shit. This shit crazy.
She walked straight into traffic.
Stupid, man.
Crazy bitch.
Yeah. But that's what was going on, man. Them Judite men was getting on them white women asses, man. Right? Popping them, working on their mind. Tell your husband Stop doing us so bad and doing this, and it worked, man. So much of what you call them? You call them not Sims, but you call them
Cucks.
Cucks. And cooking shit started to happen to where it's documented that the white man will actually watch his woman get popped by slaves, man. Right? Jake was putting that Mandingo in their life, man.
Esau was watching.
Esau was watching.
Freak. Like Adam 22.
And then he'll probably kill the slave for having sex with his wife because he had sex with his wife.
Yeah.
Or try to kill, fuck him too.
Yeah.
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 There was bug breaking, so.
Yeah, man.
That was it on.
That's it on.
You had another one you were holding, right? Your brothers have any other precepts they were holding?
You get in it, bro.
Or kind? There's one. Kind. Right. Actually, we'll end it with that second Esdras 2. You know, the crowning ceremony. Because again, this is ultimately what we're working towards: staying faithful to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and so we could be spoken of before the Father by YAHAWASHI, and they ultimately receive those crowns and everything 100-fold, and you know that happily ever after, that true happily ever after.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. That's Yahawashi.
God.
Taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
And think about this. You know, the apostles had talked about it before. To every man that is of the 144,000, you've got a crown that's specifically made for you. So when you see it, it's going to be exactly what you would want your crown to be without you even knowing what you want it to be. It's going to be that customized that YAHAWASHI is going to have set for you to personally lay on your head and say, you know, my son, my brother, my kinsman, well done. And, you know, I like to think that when he's putting that crown on that afro, some electricity is going to be sparking between the crown and your hair, and it's going to suck on your head. You're going to have the angels blowing the trumpets. You know, it is.
We're just going to be a mess, though.
Jake going to be crying.
So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
Which starts now, putting off these mortal thoughts, putting off the cares and the affairs of this world for those immortal thoughts, the ways of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and what comes next with that? Immortality.
I'm gonna say that too, because we gonna literally cry too, because one thing's gonna happen. YAHAWASHI is gonna reveal to us that body that they crucified, man. That what they did to him. Lord gonna show us what they done to him, man. And then we gonna cry at the sight of that shit. You know,
to see what he went through for us to receive the position we got now.
Right, man.
You get choked up thinking about it.
It says, and have confessed the name of Yahweh.
Hey, those that have confessed my name, you know, before men shall I confess their name before the Father.
Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High,
point blank period,
whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh.
And that was Esdras commending them in the vision. How much more the rest of the nation, YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and then having that eternal memorial. Heathens are gonna, gonna give you those accolades. Existence is gonna give you those accolades. That's what we're ultimately fighting for. Dominion, to be of that elect number, and to have these damn devils underneath our feet where they belong to be. And they know it's coming. They know America's going down. And there's nothing they can do about it. Fucking bitch. But with that, we're gonna. Any brothers have any closing points they wanted to make? So with that, we hope you sincere Hakim. and Aqua are edified by this camp. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors
to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakawadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, making brothers endure to the end. Abba Babal!
Abba Babal!
Abba Babal!
Abba Babal!
Abba Babal!
Abba Babal!
Kwam Yasharala!
Kwam Yasharala!
Shalawam!
Shalawam!